Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. I am live again for the second time this week, which is like a new record in the last month and a half. We're back. We're going to be doing some more Wolf Slayer today. We sadly can't do Diana. I would have actually liked to do Diana. I really do enjoy doing a Diana, but she's out of office now. Paul's in office. And hey, maybe I will do some dungeons. Probably not. We'll also quickly turn off particle effects just for bitrate reasons. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't really enjoy late game dungeons. I don't know why. Floor 7 is just kind of a little bit especially when you have like a term and the hype. Like, it's not really hard and it's just kind of boring. You know, I don't know. It's just a little too simple. You're a little too reliant on your teammates not throwing. That's kind of the only thing you can really do. And yeah, I'm not really one for hyper-optimizing dungeon runs. Obviously, there is the easy score perk from Paul, which does make dungeons a lot more bearable. But yeah. Am I doing it in the Wolf Castle for chance job Celeste die? Ooh, yeah, no, I'm not. I am not hitching on dies. No. I am just doing it in the castle because I prefer doing it in the castle compared to the caves. Even though I do know the caves are technically most of the time more efficient. I don't know, I just prefer the castle. I should be doing it in the caves though, because it would also give me more bestiary, which is something I do need to eventually do. But I don't know. I just find it very relaxing running around in the hub doing it here. And yeah, I should double check that my quest things are actually working. It doesn't look like my auto rules are working. They are not, and that's because I disabled them. My bad. Unkill entity? Why is this enabled? No. Turn that off. There we go. Sad I don't get viewers. I get some viewers. I don't mind. I enjoy having a very small community. I also haven't been streaming very much in the last month and a half. So, it's kind of my own fault. If I had been streaming more consistently, I definitely feel like I would have had more viewers. I would have more consistently had viewers. Before I left for my trip, I was getting pretty decent viewers actually towards the end, which was nice to see. There's pretty consistent growth on YouTube, but you just kind of lose it whenever you like take big breaks, which I was aware about. You think I should get a lot of viewers? Maybe. I don't know. It takes a time to build a viewer base, and it's not everyone who wants to watch Skyblock, especially not like normal, just grinds with a guy yapping. I'm much more of like, I don't know, a just chatting streamer than like an actual Skyblock streamer, in a way. I do play Skyblock obviously, and I do like talk about Skyblock as well, but I just kind of talk in general. That's just kind of what I do. I don't know. It just does take some time to build like a viewer base. Other games, I play a couple of other games. Mainly I play Apex Legends. I play that quite a lot. I have been playing it quite a lot recently as well due to the new season, which is actually a lot more enjoyable than it has been the last few seasons. So I've been very much enjoying just running it down in ranked with my friends. It's been very nice. Otherwise, I used to play quite a lot of Don't Starve. I play a decent bit of modded Minecraft as well with some of my friends. And every so often I play like Siege and other first-person shooters like Valorant. Lately though, it's mainly been Apex. A little bit of Skyblock here and there, but I haven't actually played much Skyblock outside of streams. I did a little bit of off-camera grinding on like my storage locked, but it really wasn't anything noticeable. Checked in here and there as well, but not really anything too crazy. I've mainly been playing it for making videos and stuff like that. I'm kind of waiting for the new, like, the forging update to come out. But I don't mind playing it on stream, because it's quite relaxing, and it allows me to actually, like, focus on streaming, focus on talking, you know? Because it's relatively simple. I tried streaming Apex, and it went okay, but the thing about Apex is a lot more happens in Apex, so you have to be a lot more focused. Where in Skyblock, you know, you kind of do the same thing over and over again. It's pretty easy to do. know the task to put in this. I'm not gonna try to cheat myself to more viewers, no. But yeah, I don't actually think you can put tags in streams though. They just kind of get recommended as they get recommended. From what I know at least. Maybe you can. I haven't gone into like super hyper optimizing for the algorithm. Because honestly, it goes pretty well for me. Like, I've had pretty good success with my videos and stuff. Like, a lot more than I expected, honestly. Um, so I've been pretty happy and content with what I've, like, been getting. Sometimes it does take a few days for my videos to actually get some views, but generally most of my videos gets around like 500 to 1,000 views per, like on a random Story Lock episode. Even my recent stats video got like an okay amount of views in the first couple days, which I'm pretty happy about because I very much expected that to get like 0 views because it was very, very nerdy. But yeah, it just performed okay. Like the viewer retention has been pretty bad, but I did expect that as well. Yo man, how do you get a hype? You get a hype by playing floor 7 in dungeons and dropping a Necron's handle and all 3 of the scrolls. Otherwise, you just grind a lot of money and you buy one off the auction house, which is how I did it, or how I got mine. I mined a lot of obsidian in the end with a basically maxed out mining setup, and yeah, I got my hype that way. It's a very, very good money making method, and I very much recommend it for people who are trying to get into mining, as it takes 0 setup and is not nearly as ping dependent as stuff like gemstone mining is, and just has a bunch of advantages and makes really good rates. It's just a really good money making method. Hello, Ace. Yeah, that's true. I mean, money making methods are very are very popular on YouTube. I was just talking to Terra, or Tech Terra, who asked how he got a hype, and I told him that he could get one from floor 7 or from making money, and then I recommended hobby mining like I usually do. 1,000,000,000 coins, you can get into hobby mining with like 1,000,000,000 coins. If you have a Heart of the Mountain 7 and you have at least like 5, maybe 6 million mithril powder and like 4 million gemstone powder, you should, 1,000,000,000 coins should be enough to get into it. You need at least a gemstone gauntlet and then be able to drill swap with a blue cheese omelet, but 1,000,000,000 coins should do it. How do you powder mine? The meta for powder mining changed a little bit, but basically what you want to do is, if you want to powder mine, you gotta go into like your Heart of the Mountain, and then you gotta absolutely max out the Great Explorer perk. Like that's the first thing you gotta do. You gotta get to Heart of the Mountain tier 6 by just doing commissions or like nucleus runs or whatever, and then max out the Great Explorer perk, and then after that you can work on getting your Heart of Mountain tier 7 and then work on powder buff. But yeah, basically get a bunch of mold, get Great Explorer maxed out, and then just go ham mining Hearthstone and wherever you want, feel like it. You can do it in pretty much any area of the Crystal Halls at this point. Like the Goblin Holdout is pretty good because you get blue Goblin Omelet eggs, which are good and sell for a lot. You can do it in the robot hideout area because you can sell robot parts. It's just a little bit more high maintenance, but they did get added to Bazaar, so it's really not that hard to sell them either. Or you can do the classic method, which is just doing it in the jungle with a jungle pickaxe, and then just going ham there and dropping sludge juice as you do. And yeah, that's pretty much just what you do. You can try to get like a Scatha. It helps a bit, but otherwise, a pet is really not that important. All of the Scathas help though. Like the higher rarity you get at your Scatha, the more powder you will gain. A rare Scatha helps quite a lot because it gets the extra, like the treasure perk. I can show you here with my Scatha. The burying perk. It doesn't sound like it's a lot, but it actually is quite a lot. Whereas obviously when you get the epic, you get the wormhole perk, which also helps, and then on legendary you get bonus gemstone powder, which is also really nice. But yeah. Otherwise, mining is just kind of a lot of grinding. If you want to get specifically mithril powder, there's like mithril mining as well, which you can do, which is really easy to get into because it doesn't really have any major requirements and does make quite a lot of mithril powder per hour, as well as give you like decent money but it is pretty like no brain. So if you prefer farming, for example, I'd suggest you just stick to that. Are you sure the skeletons? No, the skeletons is not a. I don't know. In like a dark auction lobby, I don't know. I don't think there should be mobs spawning in dark auction lobby. That might be a bug, but the skeletons still exist. They still spawn on the main servers. I just think they only spawn at night. I'm pretty sure if I went like over there right now, they would be there. Return on investment? You trying to get it? You trying to make him give you a loan? What is this? But yeah, as you can see, the skeletons are still here. They still spawn. How much money do I have to give you? So my lobby opened up. I'm gonna swap. This is interesting. I don't know if I support this, but I mean, hey, I can't really stop you. Skyblock loans is kind of crazy though. I gotta be honest. I don't think I've had that scene before. I have like heard of people loaning out stuff, but it's pretty much been to only like high profile people, like YouTubers or really high level people. And then it's like, you know, a couple billion coins between very rich people. I don't think there's very many early game people who like loan each other money because it's very easy to get scammed in Hypixel. You need to buy Jasper drill. Oh yeah, you can do that too. I completely forgot to mention that. But if you have a Jasper drill or even a... No, only Jasper drills? There's Jasper drills and the Mithril drills. You can hold those and you get like extra powder. I think I have a Jasper drill somewhere actually. But I think my chest all got updated, so I don't know where I put it. Is it here? Is it here? I do not know. Maybe I don't think I have it on me actually. No, wait, here it is. Here it is. Jasper drill. Yeah. When I hold this, I get plus 20% gemstone powder. That's a cool pro tip. If you're going for hobby mining though, you should be using a Mithril drill instead. I don't remember which one it is yet. This one. This one. You should be holding this one instead, because it gives bonus mithril powder, and for hobby mining, mithril powder is a lot more important than gemstone powder is, because you don't use a lot of the gemstone powder perks, whereas you use a whole bunch of the mithril powder perks instead. Vote for Diaz. Why do we need Diaz? Is Diaz in the upcoming election? There's no election going on right now. Oh, we'll actually start during this stream. Starting in 34 minutes. See who's there. I don't think there's any... What's the next special mail that's coming up? It must be like Derpy now? Oh, is it Derpy? I don't remember. It's either Derpy or Scorpius, because I know Jerry was just here. But I think that's still in a while. It very much depends on the rates to Bazaar, but if you look at Bazaar, I'd say with around like this obby price, you can get pretty good rates. I'd say probably around like 25 million pretty easily, if you're not very skill issued. If you abuse something like petty XP as well, you can definitely push it. I'd probably be able to get something like 33 mil per hour with the rates they're going for right now. Can Hype damage it? No, Hype cannot damage the actual boss itself, so I'm using melee for it, but I'm just using Dayax because it's like a pushover. It only has 2 million HP. So, I use Dayax for the extra magic find. I could, like, I have a giant sword as well, so I could try to one-tap it, but I don't think it's worth it, just because I lose so much magic find. Oh, for Diaz. Fake charge will be in the booth insta-vote ramp based. We love Aatrox. Aatrox magic find goes hard. And the 20% extra, or 20, yeah, no, 25% extra Slayer XP. That's also very nice. Can you loot share an overflux? Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Give me a rat buff, and I'll let you loot share my overflux when I drop it. I wonder, does rat buff, like the perk buff, actually work on like guaranteed drops from RNG meter? I wonder if that's true. 2%. Okay. Someone should test that, honestly, if loot share works on guaranteed RNG meter drops, because that could be a actually unironically like good method for getting more drops. It's just having a friend rat buff you whenever you get a guaranteed RNG meter drop. I wonder if I just figured out a new strat. I mean, if it was the case, I'd guarantee you a lot of in-game players are already abusing it. They just haven't told us. Oh, Wolf Talisman, nice. Just go for like 1 million or 2 million coins if you can get the right buyer. Typically, when you get Wolf Talismans, you should upgrade them to like the, I think it's the artifact or like the ring. I don't remember what they call it. The upgraded one. The black one. This one. Yeah, the ring. Should upgrade it to the ring and just sell it for a low spin. You can get like 1.5 mil pretty easily off it. What's my wolf PCR? It's pretty high. It's maxed out. I know that much. Which is why I realistically should be doing it in the case. But yeah, I have 50,000 on normal wolves and 6.2 in old wolves. So it's still like a little over maxed out. Nothing crazy. There's plenty of people who have like way higher wolf bestiaries. I'm not expecting it to get too much higher either, because I'm getting pretty close to level 9. Only like 120k more XP to go. I could get that done in a day if I really wanted to, but that is a lot of Wolf Slayer. And Slayer is only really fun in like moderation. If you go too hard on it, it just kind of becomes not enjoyable at all. Yeah. In general, I don't know. I don't really like. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm gonna do after Wolf Slayer, honestly. Because, like, realistically, I should try to get into something like Blaze Slayer. That's kind of the next step in my progression, besides just farming, which I hate. Like, I'm missing so many levels from farming. It's crazy. It's like the one stat I don't have maxed out besides foraging. It's really stupid. Like, if you look at my skill average, it's just like, oh, combat 60, fishing 50, mining 60, enchanting 60, alchemy 50, carpenter 50, and then there's like farming, which is like 37. You know Mayor's bug that says Paul? It is Paul right now, what do you mean? You got rat? Nice. It was Diana, yeah, but it changed. The election ended, brother. It ended like yesterday, I think. And it changed to Paul. Yeah, it was Paul who was winning. It was a close race between Aatrox and Paul, but Paul had like 60%, whereas like Aatrox had like 39 or something. It was surprisingly really close. Normally in the elections, it's like very clearly like there's a favorite, and then there might be one with like 10%, but it was very close, like the last election. But the dungeon players won, sadly. If it was Aatrox, that would have actually helped me out quite a bit with getting this done, but yeah, it's no worries. It's not that big of a deal. It's kind of weird how like that there's just like a democracy implemented in Skyblock. Like the whole mayor system is like really unique, honestly. Like there is like other games where there are like seasonal buffs and nerfs and stuff. Um, also in MMOs where like certain things like are better to do at certain times because like they want you to, you know, try out different parts of the game. But the way it's implemented in Skyblock is quite unique because it's like the players themselves that get to choose what they want to do. It's kind of crazy. Oh really? Yeah. I don't think I noticed the election before that, but you're probably right. Yeah. It's not like the options have been terrible or anything either. Like typically, whenever the elections is close, it's like because there's only terrible options. But honestly, the options like has been pretty solid lately. I don't know who the next special mayor is, but it's either like I think it's Scorpius. I'm not 100% sure though. It's either Scorpius or like Derpy. I think it's Scorpius. I'm pretty sure it's Scorpius. Isn't fair for Diaz. She only got 2 perks. Yeah, true. Diaz got kind of fucked when it came to like mayors, but it's because like at the time it was like the bank interest stuff and all that good stuff was like really overpowered, so they intentionally made it like really weak. Also with like buying from NPC, for example, was also really overpowered at the time, but you know, nowadays buying from NPC and like interest you get in bank are like negligible, so Diaz is kind of useless. Scorpion? I don't have a Scorpion here, sadly. You have melon minions down hoping it's derpy? I'm pretty sure it's not derpy, but it could be. I have like a singular potato minion just producing potatoes, which I also like only claim whenever it's derpy because of the 50% skill EXP boost. It's like where I've gotten like I don't know, a third of my farming XP from or something. I don't like farming at all. With a useful mayor like they did with Barry. Yeah, maybe. They should at least rework him. Or her. I think it's a her, right? They definitely should like rework it, but honestly a lot of the mayors like needs reworks. Like some of the perks are just so pointless. Like the blessing buff from Paul is like why? A lot of them are just a little boring, you know? Like also like the 15% extra sea creature chance you get from like Marina, it's like why? I don't know. I feel like it needs like changes as well as derpy. Honestly, I feel like the derpy needs changes because like yeah, the 50% skill XP boost is kind of interesting, but like its double minion speed is pretty whack, and like the auction house being closed is just kind of pointless at this point because we have so much on Bazaar already, and like it's just kind of weird. I feel like a lot of the meters needs like you know, a slight work. Okay, I guess it could be good in M7. I don't play M7 at all, so you might be right on that. Yeah, I can see that being quite good, yeah. The block's in the way 500, yeah. That's how it is being a hype abuser. You just get your chat like filled up with this. I'm really glad I have the mod that like concentrates them into one message. Imagine if it was just 500 messages coming up. It's crazy. So I have a poor precision because Tara left. Oh no. I don't think I'm gonna give you a loan, buddy. I can lowball you, I guess, but I'm not giving you a loan. I'm sorry, that's just not happening. So how Slayer started on Somatically? You get Auto Slayer from getting level 5 Slayers and all of the basic Slayers, so that's Zombie, Spider, and Wolf. Or levels. I think it's level 5. I'm pretty sure it's level 5. If not, it's like level 6. But once you have that unlocked, there's like a little, whenever you call Maddox the Slayer, there's a little thing down here that says Auto Slayer, and you just enable that, and then it just keeps starting the same Slayer over and over again whenever you finish it. Very nice quality of life thing. Back when Slayer first came out, you couldn't even do that, fun fact. And there was a cooldown on the Maddox Bat phone, which means your Slayer speed was not limited by how fast you could actually do the Slayer, but it was limited of how fast your cooldown on your Maddox Bat phone was. Which was kind of weird, but then they changed it. And for a while, they just kind of kept lowering the cooldown on the Maddox Bat phone until like they eventually just gave up and like implemented Auto Slayer, which is kind of funny. I give you Drake leaks. I'm good, brother. I'm good. I don't need the Drake leaks. Bye bye, DH. Have a good day. But yeah, we're coming up on 100k left, which is kind of exciting. That means I'm like 90% of the way there. Very cool. Still been like forever since I got my last overflux. I have literally 480k meter, which is kind of annoying. Especially because I've dropped like 7 salmons. I don't have them in here, but I have so many red claw eggs, and I have like 3 salmons in my Slayer chest at my island. It's really annoying. My armor is 2 Floor of Sorrow with 2 pieces of Crimson. I have a God Roll chestplate, but that I dropped myself actually. And then I just have Dominance Veteran on the helmet. That's nothing special. Everything is on Renowned as well for extra magic find. Because I'm like that. I love a magic find. It is my favorite stat in the game. Oh yes, yummy magic find. I could be using Full Sorrow for like maximum magic find, but I prefer the combat wisdom from the Crimson, as well as this Crimson Swipe. It helps a little bit with getting consistent kills, because your damage gets like doubled, which is really nice. What did I mine? What do you mean? I mined Obby mainly for my money, if that's what you're asking. Initially, I mined Mithril, but my initial money I actually got from fishing, all the way up to like fishing 45. I fished a lot, and then I got a little bit into Qdra before its rework, which was like trivial easy. You didn't even need any gear or anything. You just needed to have one guy in your party who had a hype. And then I got a bunch of money from doing that, which was really good at the time. But then Qdra got reworked, so now you actually need to have some kind of gear for that. It's still good money, but you're much more relying on getting god rolls, which back in the day wasn't really a thing. But yeah. Oh, Qdra was so weird. It really was. I don't know, I kind of liked it because it was so, like, simple in a way. I don't know, I thought it was enjoyable, but I definitely feel like it was going in, like, a weird direction. I feel like the rework overall was much better, especially because, like, just the later tiers are a lot more interesting. I feel like tier 1 and 2 are still a little awkward, just because, like, they're actually, like, longer than tier 3, for example, which doesn't really make sense from, like, you know, an intuition perspective. It kind of makes sense game balance wise though, so yeah, I don't know. The spot like tier 3 Kudras in though is quite nice, because it's quite a good like middle ground before you get into the higher tiers, because it's not that hard yet, and you still can get quite a lot of good drops, which is good. Sleep well, Ace. But yeah, but old Cooljar was like really weird because it was like you just needed an armor set that gave you like some kind of EHP, and even if that was just like Shadow Assassin or like Devon's armor was fine, honestly. I was wearing myself Magma Lord armor, and then you were just good, and then you just needed to have one guy with a hype, and that was it. Requirements wise, it didn't really make sense. Like, it was harder to complete the quest to unlock Kudra than to actually do Kudra, which was really weird. It still kind of is like that, in a way, but at least now it actually makes sense to have, like, multiple people with hypes and stuff. Like, back then, it literally, like, you got no advantage from having multiple hypes. It was really funny. But yeah. There are a lot more requirements for it now, though. Which, I mean, makes sense for it being, like, an endgame activity, but it's also kind of sad because a lot of people just don't get to do Kudra at all. They get kind of stuck in dungeons. Which I feel like is a shame, because, like, the game is a lot more than just dungeons, but for a lot of people it really isn't, which is, like, I mean, it makes sense for how, like, the game is structured, but it's still kind of sad. But it kind of is like that with a lot of MMOs, I feel like. There's, like, one or two activities that's kind of, like, the game for a lot of people, and then, like, all the other side things is just kind of there. It's like it's kind of the same with RuneScape, where it's like a lot of the dungeons is like this is the entirety of RuneScape, and like they don't even take a look at like anything like Herblore or like Slayer or Trapping or all the other things you could actually do. Which is not like I don't feel like maybe a lot of those things are as interesting as the combat parts, but it's still like there's an entire game, you know, a lot of people just don't see. Which I guess is fair enough. Like if you just want to do dungeons, go ahead. I won't judge you too hard. But, you know, it's like if you want to get that full Skyblock experience, like actually play Skyblock, you kind of gotta play a little bit more than just Kudra or just dungeons. But yeah, that's kind of why I like doing Slayer so much, honestly, because it kind of, I don't know, it's quite a lot different, and it's like, for me at least, Slayers is like that Skyblock, you know? As well as mining, honestly. Like, mining and Slayer for me is like very much what Skyblock is. Like, what is actually Skyblock. Which might sound kind of weird, because I know like a lot of people, that dungeons is kind of what Skyblock is all about, and it was like at the time when it came out, it was kind of like advertised as like this is actually Skyblock. Everything up to this has just kind of been a weird introduction. But like at the end of the day, I don't know. I just always come back to like Slayers and mining. That's just kind of always what I fall back on. Just because it's like it's so relaxing, and it's a lot more like in a weird like grindy, but like in a good way. I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like you want to do something different than something that's like super intensive. Because if I want to do something that's really intensive and really difficult and like mechanically challenging, I'd just go play like a first-person shooter, or I'll play Apex, or I play, something different. Because like at the end of the day, Minecraft is not that difficult. Like it has pretty basic fundamentals. I already answered this stream, but I got my Hyperion from mining obsidian mainly. I just bought it off the auction house with a whole bunch of money I mined for. But yeah, I don't know. I just like Slayers and mining for it being so like simplistic and like calming. Nice and relaxing. Something you can always do. Always kind of just turn on and then do for like an hour or two without having to think about it. You can watch a video on the side, you can, talk to your friends, you can do whatever. Mine gemstones? No, I didn't mine gemstones, I mined obsidian. There's a lot of things you can do to improve your mining setup or like your rates in mining. First of all, move closer to the servers if you're mining gemstones. That's the best way of getting more money per hour. Otherwise, you can try other methods like gold or obby if you're in EU. That's a good way of increasing the amount of money you earn per hour. If you are US, mining gemstones, just make sure to check the bazaar and then like kind of see what gemstone is the highest right now and then mine that. You can generally make quite a decent bump of what you otherwise would make. Like most of the time for a normal profile, like nowadays, mining ruby is almost not like almost never like the actual best option. Oh, and he disappeared. What the hell? Weird. What? What just happened? Okay, now it just looks like I'm talking to myself. What the fuck? Okay, that's so weird. I've never seen that before. There was a guy who was like asking me how to mine, and then he like disappeared, and all his messages is just gone now. What the hell? Okay, strange. At least it's like better than the ghost raids I got on Twitch. Whenever I was streaming on Twitch, it was really weird because I was using Streamlabs initially, which I've swapped away from now. For a couple different reasons. Mainly it's because I like the more bare bones experience that OBS grants you. It gives you a little bit more freedom of like what you can do and like actually control over what you're doing. Yeah, I just kind of prefer that compared to like Streamlabs. Pretty like it's still modular and you still have a lot of controls, but it's less like that. Obviously, there's stuff like alerts, which I don't have on the stream, for example, which I still need to figure out how to do, which is a little bit more difficult. But yeah, I don't know. But also on Streamlabs, I got these weird like ghost hosts and like raids where it was like I think it was like botted streams or something that would just like come in and then like say, hey, go on and buy our botting service to get more views and stuff like that. And I get those messages quite a lot in chat too, which was really annoying because it kind of was like demotivating whenever you were like doing something and then you got a notification and there was just like, hey, buy something from us, you're getting scammed. Which is like, oh my god, really? Like, just let me stream in peace. I stream to, have fun playing my games. I don't stream to be famous, and not that botting my stream would even do anything good in that regard at all. Which is also like kind of why I swapped to YouTube, because like on Twitch you get a lot of those messages and you don't have like any discoverability almost at all. Like there's a few people who like go around and then check out really low view streams, which is cool, but then you get like 2 or 3 viewers or something and then you just kind of stagnate completely. Um, unless you get like, you do stuff outside of Twitch, like outside of your streams, like you make YouTube videos and you tell people to go to your Twitch stream. And that way, sometimes you can grow a pretty large community relatively fast. That's kind of what Jinxie and Keizo did, for example. They didn't use YouTube. I think they used like TikTok shorts and stuff, which worked really well for them, which is quite interesting. It's definitely like the new meta for becoming a Twitch streamer, but it's kind of different than YouTube. Like it still helps a lot having like actual videos and having like actual content on a channel and stuff. But it's easier because like you get actually promoted. Even if it's not like anything crazy, you do get actually promoted. Like without having to do a whole bunch for it. Like having to go out of your way to like lead people to your stream. Which is nice. Oh, another wolf talisman. Cool. Wolf talismans are like quite a nice raid buff whenever you're doing Wolf Slayer in the ruins. They vary quite a lot in price, but typically you can sell them for like 1.5 to 2 million coins per, which is really nice. You do have to upgrade them to like the higher tier, like the wolf rings, but generally that's not an issue, because wolf catalyst tends to be really, really cheap. Sometimes they get a little bit expensive, just because like it's not always people are listing them. Because it's not always people are doing wolf slayer, or it's not always all the way like people actually think about listing them, because generally, they're not worth anything, so generally they're not worth listing, so not many people list them, so then they sometimes become worth something. Kind of weird way the market works. But basically, if you can get them for like 100k or something, it's a lot more reliable to sell your stuff that way, because then you can low spin it. Whereas like the wolf talismans, sometimes they go for like nothing, because they are not binnable. I don't think actually. Maybe they are. They might have changed that. I know they'd like changed a lot of things, but I'm pretty sure if I go like wolf talisman in here, and then like just go like lowest price and then accessories, yeah, bin only, nothing. And then you go show all, and then it's all like lists, and then you have to go buy ending soon, and then it was like, I mean, yeah, that's 440k, but then like this is 67 coins. Hello, Tara, are you back? What's going on? I don't know if my chat is working. You don't need a max 655 just getting into mining. Like, if you want to just get into obby mining, you're not going to be making, like, crazy rates, but you can get away with just a gemstone gauntlet. That's not really a problem. You just need to have the, like, A drill, and then you need to have, the blue cheese goblin omelet, and then you need to, like, drill swap. Otherwise, like, you don't need an absolute maxed 655. It does help, but it's not a requirement. Obviously, if you don't actually want to learn how to drill swap, then it's kind of necessary, but if you just like learn that, it's really not that big of a deal. You get a decent amount extra like mining fortune from having a 655, but other than that, there's really not much difference between like that and a gemstone gauntlet. Because the mining speed you gain is pretty similar, just because like you get like 600 more mining speed. Not really, actually. You get like 400 more mining speed, I think, from a titanium drill, but it's really only in the mining fortune where there's like a relatively big difference, and even then it's only like 150 or something. It's not that bad. If considering like you're probably gonna have around 2,000 mining fortune, maybe not quite that much without a pretty decent setup, but at least like 1,500 mining fortune pretty easily. An extra 150 is only like plus 10%, which is really not that big of a deal. Especially for how much it costs. It's a lot more important that you have good powder instead. There's good powder, you can like easily get an extra 100 mining fortune for like free, technically. Obviously it does take work, but yeah. The most expensive thing is going to be like getting almost fully chambered Divan. You don't have to worry about Topaz because pristine doesn't matter at all for obby mining, but obviously getting fully chambered Divans is pretty, or almost fully chambered Divans is still pretty expensive. I think that's at least like 250 million, if not more. Yeah, what a clean piece? Yeah, I don't know. I can't really calculate the price because I don't know the price of chambers, and like the gemstones always vary quite a bit too, but yeah, it's at least like 250 mil, if not a little more. Probably a little more than that. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really dropped anything from these Slayers, which is kind of annoying. I've done like, what, 15k now? Which is not like a bad amount in the amount of time I've been streaming. Not even been streaming an hour yet. We're actually about to break 100k left, which is kind of exciting, which that's nice. Displacing Fortune Fishing Experience, good. Yeah, that's really good. What did he drop? I wonder. Oh, it's for Thunder. Yeah, that doesn't really matter. Yeah, gemstones are expensive. You can like save quite a lot of money if you forge them yourself, but then you gotta get the like the crystals, which I'm pretty sure for Jade and Topaz is just, yeah, it's just Mines of Divan, right? Oh no, it's Amber, but yeah, so it's Mines of Divan, and then you got to do the Goblin King thing, but you can do that, and then you can just put them in the forge them yourself, and you can save quite a lot of money that way. I think you save like almost 2 mil per or something, maybe more even. Just buy 5 flawless of the auction house or off the bazaar and then forge them yourself. It does take quite a lot longer, obviously, because you actually gotta wait for forge times, but if you get the quick forge perk as well and the heart of the mountain, you can save some time there too. There's ways you could go about it without having to be too expensive. But it is expensive. Mining is expensive to get into, just because of how much money it makes. A lot of people always wants to get into mining. It's kind of how it works. Whenever something is profitable, it becomes expensive, you know? Especially when it's been profitable consistently. You can take a look at, wait, what is, oh, I don't remember. There was that one Play Slayer item, the one thing that was like meta for a while for one tapping Eamon Slayer. And that made a whole bunch of money, and then it skyrocketed in price and became like worth 300 million coins, which was kind of crazy compared to it being worth like 100 before that. I think you could even one tap like 2-4 blazes with it. It was really overpowered. But then they nerfed it, so now it's like worthless again. They also buffed like Inferno minions a lot, so Vertex is all more common, so now it's like double worthless. Because the only reason it was difficult to obtain in the first place was because of the Vertexes being expensive. But yeah. That's just kind of how things is. It's honestly the same thing with like every single other money. There's like some money making methods that are like no gear at all. Like especially in the Rift, you can make quite a lot of money without having any gear. Like just doing Vampire Slayer, for example, is honestly pretty good for money. Especially if you can like do tier 5s. Because there's not many people who can consistently do tier 5s. But if you can get to a point where you can consistently do tier 5s, you can make quite a lot of money. Just because like stuff like the Vampire Dentist Relic is extremely expensive. It costs like 60 mil or something because it's so good. As well as like the one enchant is also really good and expensive. And then you'll also get like a bunch of moats on the sides, which you can, like if you get all the burgers, for example, then you can potentially get quite a lot of moats, and you can turn those moats into like rift prisms, for example, and then that way you can also make quite a lot of money. Although that's like more of like a burst you get every blue moon than actually like a good addition for like your money power. Nucleus runs can potentially be faster, but generally commissions are faster if you don't have like a good setup to do the Nucleus runs. You can make a decent amount of money for Nucleus runs compared to like what you could do make from just doing commissions, but if you don't need the money, commissions are definitely faster. You do eventually have to do like 50 Nucleus runs just for the Skyblock XP though, so you could consider doing those. It was so boring after doing the first time. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, the thing about Skyblock is it is like just a really, really grindy game, so everything just takes forever. If you don't enjoy that, you should like try something else. Like, I'm sorry to be that guy, but like, if you just don't enjoy the grinding aspect of Hypixel Skyblock, like, Skyblock is just not really the game for you, honestly. It takes a lot of hours to like get anything done in this game. And like, even if you do rush something like a Hyperion, like, at the end of the day, if you don't have like at least max enchanting and like a decent setup, like decent magical power or decent gear, like, you really won't be able to do much. You need like good setups besides just like singular items in Skyblock. It's a lot more about like the entire setup than like the item on its own. Like, for example, the voodoo dolls, and especially like the upgraded voodoo doll, can be extremely overpowered. But it's only overpowered if you actually have a good setup to use it. Like, if you actually spec into a lot of intelligence, have good magical power, it can do like millions of damage per second, despite only costing like 1 million or 2 million coins to get. But it does require you to have an actually good setup. It's also not at all a replacement to a Hyperion, just because it does something completely different, but there are items out there that can work pretty well and do quite a lot of the same stuff that you can do with a Hyperion that are a lot cheaper. Like, a really good budget option is just getting a Spirit Scepter. I could, for example, could just as well be using a Spirit Scepter compared to my Hyperion for like the thing I'm doing right now. Just because the only reason I'm using the Hype is just for spawning. You don't get the extra healing and the damage resistance that you get from the Wither Impact ability, which is really good for later Slayers, but otherwise it's just, it does kind of the same thing in a lot of ways. They can't even, yeah. In dungeons though, it's also a lot more just about getting your cattle level up. That's like the biggest thing. Because the higher your cattle level is, the more like stat boost you get. And like, then it doesn't really matter if your gear is really trash. If you're a cat of 30, you're gonna have an easy, really, really stupidly easy time. Oh, excuse me. You're gonna have a really stupidly easy time in floor 7. Also, I gotta like take a look at some laundry in 2 minutes, so I will be right back. Give me a moment. And I'm back. It was not done yet. I have a dryer that has like a thing that says it takes like half an hour for it to finish, and then it has like a minute display, and was on 50 minutes an hour ago. Um, Now it's on 37, so I don't really know how it works, but it clearly doesn't work. I don't know if it's like supposed to be like a percent left display or something, and then it just like, I really don't know how that fucking dryer works. It just doesn't work. It's really annoying. It's like I'm trying to dry my clothes, and then it's like, okay, yeah, fine, I'll be done in half an hour, and then you come back 5 hours later, and then it's just still going, and it's like, what the fuck is going on? And I can't find an explanation. It's just like, it just wants to keep going. It's like, no, your clothes is not dry yet. Let me keep drying it. And like, it's right, like the clothes isn't dry, but it's still like, then why did you say that it would take you half an hour when you knew that it wouldn't take you half an hour? Like, come on, machine, do your job. Oh! No way. Oh my god. No way. I was not expecting that. I think that's the first RNG. I think that's the first RNG I got in the stream. Oh my god. I'd say clip that, but I don't even know if clips exist on YouTube. So like, wait, I gotta record this. Oh my god, look, I'm streaming right now. I got I got a capacitor. Oh my god, look. I don't know what I'll use this clip for, but hey, it could be like a funny short, I guess. Yay. Great. Let's go. That only took like 500,000 RNG meter. But hey, we got it. Yay, let's go. That's progress. That's like 124 million. Not bad. Not nearly as good as something like a core, but hey, I'll definitely take that. Let's go. I was getting like concerned that I just wouldn't drop one before I got Wolf 9, because then I'd just have like a half full meter and like no real reason to finish it, but like also just a half meter. Nice. That's really nice. I could actually try to sell that like right now, because it would be nice for my G-Drag bank, because it's still kind of not there yet, just because I've had a lot of investments and I haven't really sold anything. I don't really need it either. I don't know what the prices are like. It's like 124 mil a lot for an overflux capacitor? I don't know anymore. I feel like it's been like around 100 mil for literally ever, so it's probably a pretty good price now. But yeah, I still have like 95k EXP to go, so I guess I could theoretically drop another one. That would be cool, but probably not. I thought I dropped something interesting. It was just a furball. Can you explain the gear? Yeah, Sorrow for Magic Find, and Crimson for the Crimson Swipe, as well as Veteran. That's really all. Wolf Slayer is such a pushover, it doesn't really matter. I have a really, really good magical, or not really, really good, but I have good magical power, so I just get away with Hurtful and then like a Daedalus Axe with Chimera and a Golden Dragon. Um, whenever I'm actually fighting the boss, and this is like more than enough to actually kill it. And good time. Smile. Also, we just dropped an overflow capacitor. I'm gonna list it. I don't know. I guess I will just check the listing. Also, my lava shell necklace didn't sell, Satch. I didn't actually expect it to sell, so that's fine, but yeah. Okay, so the cheapest right... Wait, no, that's ending soon. Been only the lowest price. Yeah, so the cheapest is 124 mil, which is listed for like 8 days. How much is the cheapest, like, overflux powered orb, actually? 135 mil. 139 mil? Wait, that's like much better now. Doesn't it make much more sense? Oh, wait, golden teeth. And a mana flux. Okay, never mind. So it's like the same. I should probably just sell it. Okay. I think I'll list it for like like this minute much. That's probably a good price. Listed for like 2 days. Yeah, I'll do that. I don't have coins. Damn it. Withdraw 4 mil. Not bizarre. Auction house. Create auction. Yes. 123 mil. Nice. Okay, great. If we drop another one, I'll have basically all of my Drew Drag rank back, but the odds are very low. I did at one point get like two... I think I got two Enderman, like, Slayer Judgment Cores in like the same day, which was pretty crazy, but I don't think it'll happen with an overflux capacitor. Even though overflux capacitors are technically like more common, just because you can kill a lot more bosses per hour. I think the drop chance itself is pretty similar, but because you can kill like at least twice or more amounts of tier 4 wolves than at the time that you can kill Emon Slayer bosses, it's like, you know, a lot cheaper. But that's the second overflux capacitor I've dropped, I think. Because I dropped my own, like, the overflux capacitor I used for this power orb, I dropped that myself as well. Um, like, it was the first, like, major RNG I dropped, like, ever. And I dropped it, like, forever ago. I don't even remember. I think it was, like, last year or something. Oh, 100%, yeah. Wolf Slayers. Okay, that's another RNG. What the fuck? It's worthless, but, like, that's the overflux. 1, 2, and then there's the grizzly salmon. It's been 2 bosses. Is the overflux? 1, 2. Okay, well, whatever. But yeah, no, no, what? Virtual camera, the fuck was that? Anyway, yes, no, Shadow Assassin with a giant sword can easily do Wolf Slayer. It's extremely easy. If you do like 100k per hit, that's more than enough. And you should do a lot more with a giant sword. If you're doing 100k a hit with a giant sword, you should get some stats. And a damage pad. But yeah, honestly, yeah. The good thing about Wolf Slayer is that because it's so easy to do, and because the overflux capacitors exist, you can actually earn quite a lot of money, like in the early game, compared to the other Slayers at least. You probably can, yeah. You know what? I want to try something. How about I do it in a Precursor Eye with Terror, and then I use a Terminator. I want to try that. I don't know if it even takes bow damage, but I want to try it. Just for the hell of it. You need enchants? What kind of enchants? Do you not have enchants on it at all? Then yes, you do, but you definitely probably need magical power. Everyone needs magical power always. Magical power helps so much with your damage. Oh wait, I was supposed to use a term. Okay. Can I even hurt it? Okay, yes, I can, but I have to like hit it directly. Okay, I'm doing like 16k a hit. Wait, okay, it took 500k damage. I don't know from what. It's like dying. Okay, it just randomly starts taking like 300k per hit. Oh, I did it. Best Wolf Slayer setup ever. Okay. Um, yeah, that was a waste of time. Anyway, you got 580. Yeah. I mean, that's not that bad, but it's not good. Definitely. You can get quite good magical power, like all the way up to like 1,000 magical power. You really don't have to spend that much. You just gotta be smart with like the accessory you buy. Like if you look at my talisman bag, I don't really have any overly expensive accessories. Yeah, I have something like the Reaper Orb. Yeah, I have like a Spiked Atrocity, but that's like it. Like all of these other ones are really not that expensive. Like okay, a maxed out artifact of power does cost a lot, but honestly, the stats you get from it is more than worth it. And then like everything else here is not really that expensive. The only thing that's kind of expensive is just getting the recoms. But like other than that, it's not that bad. You just gotta get like into the mindset that it's okay to actually spend money on your accessory bag, because like at the end of the day, a large percentage of your net worth should go to your accessory bag. Oh wow, that is terrible. Excuse me, I don't want to be mean, but that is actually horrible. You should get at least 500. Preferably go to like 700, like definitely. But if you really want to rush dungeons, you can stop at like 500 and something. But magical power, I'd honestly suggest selling your giant sword, buy a Shadow Fury, and then spend the rest on magical power. You'll do more damage. Like you'll do more damage that way. Maybe not per hit, but your DPS will be a lot better. And if you ever decide to become a Jujunon, it's gonna help you so much more than having a giant sword will. You're afraid to spend your money on anything? Yeah. I mean, that's fair enough, but the good, like, one thing you gotta know about coins in Skyblock is if you just hang on to them, uh, it will slowly just become worth less and less. Like, all your coins, all the coins you hang on to will just over time become worth less due to inflation. Because inflation in Skyblock is pretty extreme, like, especially compared to the real world, for example. The amount of, like, how much a billion coins is worth decreases very fast. So you should generally, if you don't want to spend your money on items, you should at least spend it on something like pet skins or like stock of stonks, even though stock of stonks is quite risky. at least like spend it on items at least, you know, something that like can increase in value over time. At least like try to invest it, you know. Don't invest it in like items in general, because generally over like useful items, because like over time most useful items become worth less just because the admins tend to make them easier to obtain. Just like when they've been out longer, like they made, oh, my golden dragon leveled up. But like they made Hyperions, for example, they made a lot more common through dungeons. Like Hyperions are still worth a massive amount of money, and they've still been like generally over time been an okay investment. But like especially something like a Daedalus Axe, for example, has halved in price over the last half a year. Something like an Aspect of the Void has also gone down tremendously. So like while these items are important to have on your profile, you shouldn't invest your money in them, if that makes sense. Um, Drills and stuff also have gone down a little bit. They're a lot more like stable in price, but something like the Vance armor itself has gone down a bit. Generally, like fully chambered Vance has kept its value just because gemstones have gone up quite a lot. But if you want to invest your money instead of like using it on items, you should invest in like pet skins or like, you know, items that can't be generated more of or like are very unlikely for the admins to make more common. Stuff like dyes, for example, is also a pretty fine investment. Obviously, they are ludicrously expensive, but they're pretty fine investments. Cookies is also a great investment. They've consistently gone up in price like over the last year and a half. Any bit items as well, because they follow pretty directly with the price of cookies, with a little bit of delay, but yeah. Try to like spend your money. The only reason like you should have money, like liquid money, is for D-Drive Bank, honestly. Or if you're a mad lad that uses Emerald Blade, but in that case you're like actually crazy. And I mean, it's kind of a Chad move, but yeah, if you're using Emerald Blade with like 1 billion coins in your purse, you're kind of asking for losing half of your net worth in like a single death. But I mean, hey, if that's what you want to do, you can do that. You'll at least be doing more damage than other people. So that's something. It was kind of funny whenever they, like, yeah, I don't know. It's a very good money-making method. Yeah, true. Stock stocks have, like, generally just gone up in price, and they just keep going up in price, and I really don't know why. At this point, I don't know if it's natural or if it's because there's, like, people pumping the price up, or if it's just because, like, the admins are like actively deleting them or something. I don't know why they keep going up in price, because they have gone up ludicrously, like a ludicrous amount. It's insane how much they've gone up. Like if you look at the price of stock of stocks right now, they're they're like 35 million coins. You could buy them from an NPC in an unlimited amount for like 100K when they came out. It is insane. They they should not be worth that much. Yeah, and the start of last year, they were like 2 years ago, they were worth 1 million coins. They've like gone up like crazy. They've gone up more than like baby dragon skins, which are like the first skins ever released. They've gone up more than pet like rock pet skins. It is so stupid. I don't get why. Like I feel like it has to be market manipulators mainly, but like people are like making money from it, so it's like I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, pro money making method, invest in stock of stocks, leave the game for 2 years, I guess. You'll probably become like the number for free net worth player ever. Yeah, like there is, but the thing is they've existed for like 4 years now, so odds of them getting deleted like go down by the day, basically, right? Like unless the admins choose they are just like too bad for the economy or something, um, you know, then they probably won't ever disappear. But I mean, they could potentially do it, because like, I don't feel like it's healthy for the economy to have like a basic piece of paper be worth 35 million coins, you know? But on the other hand, it's like, it's kind of funny that there's a basic piece of paper that's worth 35 mil. But hey, it might get deleted. But I feel like the main like moment it would have been gotten deleted was like right when the Bazaar came out, because that was like the time where they weren't even sure if they were gonna really keep it around. They probably were gonna try keeping it around like in some way or form, but obviously if there had been too many issues with it, it might have like gotten deleted in that way, because then they might just not have really seen the use of them. I think you can also always just do with items, even if they get like a warning on them that they might get deleted, or if they even if they get blacklisted, is you can put them in chests on your island, because they don't get checked and they don't get updated. So even if an item gets deleted, you can still have it in a chest on your island, and then it like will still retain its original form. You just can't touch it, and if you then touch it, it will disappear because of the blacklist. But there's certain ways that you can like kind of get around it and actually sell it still, which is some things some people have been like doing with certain items. But yeah, it's still obviously risky. Any sort of investment is risky. It's the same with pet skins. Just generally, pet skins are a bit safer because they don't tend to fluctuate in price as much as like the stock of stocks has. Um, Obviously, they don't tend to go up as much as stock of stocks has, but they tend to be pretty safe, and like at least if you look like over like half a year or to a year, pretty much all skins go up in price. It might change a little bit with some of the newer skins because they have been releasing a lot of fire sales, and I know not all of them are going to be as sought after. But generally, like the first of any sort of like skin. What? Okay, I think there was a mini boss on the other side of the wall that I was like killing. That was kind of weird. But yeah, generally skins like do go up over time. They pretty much all do. Not really sure like exactly why, but yeah. Especially like the first type of a skin, like the first runes have gone up quite a lot. The first like animated skins have gone up quite a lot. And especially in high demand skins such as like the wither goggles, as well as like skins that for specific pests that are quite used, like the golden dragon skins for example, they go up quite a lot. I mean, Escava is kind of worth it, yeah. It depends. If you still need to do powder grinding, I suggest getting one, because it does help quite a bit with powder grinding. Even just getting something like an epic one does. But otherwise, it really much depends on like what you plan on doing. Because like Scava is okay for any sort of mining that isn't in the magma fields, but you can mine any sort of gemstone in the magma fields if you have the right route, and a bell pet, obviously. So it's really not useful for basically any sort of mining meta. It's okay for obby mining, but generally in obby mining you'd rather be pet leveling, which is just leveling up a arbitrary pet, and for pet leveling Scava sucks. Because like Scava is extremely easy to level up, so it's not worth very much compared to like its lowest level version. But yeah. If you do want to do something like Mithril mining though, it's pretty good there. But again, pet leveling is also a pretty good alternative, so it's kind of up to you. Its main use is definitely powder grinding though. It does become better if you have like a worse setup. Like the worse your mining setup is, the more value Scava kind of is, because it's just a flat buff to your mining fortune and your mining speed. So in that way it can help a bit. Whereas like Bal is a percentage buff, so that means if you have a pretty bad setup, Bal doesn't like help as much, if that makes sense. But generally Bal is kind of like the superior mining pet. For stuff like gemstones at least. If you're doing stuff like obby mining, you should just like get a lion pet, for example, those tend to be worth quite a lot more when they're leveled up, and then just slap a mining XP boost on it and just mine with it. And then level it up to 100 and then sell it and then repeat. It takes quite a while to level up pets, but you will make, like overall, you'll make quite a decent amount more per hour than you would with just getting that extra mining fortune from a scaler. It can help you like push you over the edge for that 6,000 mining speed that you need. But yeah, it's really not that much mining speed though, so it's rare that it actually can help you that much that way. Yeah, sure, I can PvP you. We're at 85k now. Done like 10k XP and I didn't even notice. We haven't really gotten any more drops since the Grizzly Salmon, which I'm kind of happy about. If I got more RNGs that weren't like overflux capacitors, I would probably be a little pissed. I don't know if my PV actually works. We'll see. If it doesn't work, I obviously can't, but the best. I can't see. Is this just it? Oh yeah. Okay, that looks like you. So what do you have? You have like, okay. Um, get some mining equipment. That's a pretty good way to start. Get perfects. Get perfect gemstones, buddy. You gotta get perfects. Like that's an absolute must. Get perfects in your gemstone gauntlet as well. Make sure it's recommed. Put it on like a suspicious or refined. Yeah. You got compact, you got fortune. What's your hardest the mountain like? That's rift. Wrong thing. Oh, my game crashed. Well, shit. Depending on your heart of the mountain, you should probably powder grind. How much powder do you have of like gemstone and mithril? And do you have Heart of the Mountain 7 yet? It's not worth mining if you can't get at least like perfect gemstones, because otherwise farming is just like better. Not for money per hour, but like overall. No, you're so close, yeah. You gotta get Heart of the Mountain 7. You literally can't obby mine without Heart of the Mountain 7. And you pretty much can't begin obby mining before you have like 4 mil powder at least. And even then it doesn't really become good before you have like 6 mil mithril powder at least. And it scales really well with mithril powder, so even me, who has like 8 mil, I think, maybe a little more, if I go into my Heart of the Mountain here. Yeah, I have like 8 mil mithril powder. It's not enough. I should still be getting more mithril powder because I haven't maxed out Seasoned Mine Man, for example, which does help a decent amount with your rates. But yeah. I did find a private lobby. Nice. Also, why does my particle effects keep resetting? I don't want to have them on. There we go. It's probably because my game crashed. That makes sense, but still. Also, I'm gonna go up here now. I haven't like gone up here a lot. It might actually be better to like go around this way. I'm not really sure. I have like my one route that I've just kind of been following. I'm really bad at like doing the most optimal thing. I just kind of find something that kind of works and then I just stick with it for like 20 hours and then maybe I learn some way to optimize it and then it's like, oh, neat, I guess. And then I might implement that way, but otherwise I'll just like go back to what I've been doing for the last 20 hours and be like, nah, it'll take too much effort to learn that thing. I'm just gonna do it my way. It's kind of just, I kind of done that with hobby mining as well. Which like even though I have like 158 million collection, which is like 150 hours or something of hobby mining, I'm still like teleporting to the wrong place, um, which is like kind of funny because it's like very simple to just like teleport to a different place, but I just like haven't bothered because I don't have the travel scroll, and it's not that it's expensive. It's really not. It's really cheap. It's just I have not bothered to buy it. So I'm still like doing my optimal warps and stuff, which is like it doesn't help a lot, but it's still like an extra 2% or something I could be getting that I'm just not because I'm stubborn. But I mean, it is what it is. It's not that big of a deal. It doesn't matter. It's fine. I really do have a lot of wolf talismans as well I should be selling. I have a lot of items in just my chest on my island that I should sell. I'm like one of those people that are like, I'm good at spending my money, but I'm really bad at selling my items to get money. Like, I hate liquidating. I hate liquidating anything. Like, I initially got my Jasper drill. I initially got it as a gemstone drill because it's a pretty good like starting drill, and I was using it for like getting my heart of the mountain up and mining, doing the commissions because of its higher breaking power, and I had the money, so I might as well go for it. But then I just like kind of upgraded it to a Jasper drill, not really for any good reason, just kind of because I wanted to. And then I got like a gemstone gauntlet immediately after, but I didn't sell the Jasper drill, so I just have held on to it, even though I don't use it. Like I kind of use it a little bit sometimes when I powder mine now, which is nice, but I literally have not used it like before that, like before it got its powder mining buff. I literally didn't use it for like 2 years. And it's not like it went up in price or anything. I was just like stubborn. I just didn't want to sell it, even though it was like 50 million coins that I very much could have used on something that was actually useful. I just didn't want to. It's the same. I have a giant sword right now that I just don't use, but I don't want to sell it. It's not a good investment because giant sword has literally fallen in like 60% or something in price because they buffed its drop rate. But it's like I just don't want to sell it. It's not even useful or anything. I just don't wanna, you know? I even have like an unused. Okay, the most funny thing I have in my chest right now that's like worth a lot of money that I'm not using and realistically really should sell is a plasma nucleus, which if you don't know is worth 415 million coins and is useful to upgrade your overflux to a plasma flux, which I don't have. So I should just get a plasma flux. I should just upgrade it. But like I just, you know, I just have the nucleus and I don't really want to upgrade it because it's like not really worth my money. But it's also like I don't want to sell it because like I gotta pay tax for it. But it's not like it's going up in price. So it's just like, it's just sitting there doing nothing, being useless while I do everything else and struggle with getting my G-Drag bank up, which is something I actually need for something like Blaze Slayer. But like, it's just it's pretty. It's like almost like a dye. And it's like I don't I don't want to pay the tax. I don't want to sell it. I don't want to, I don't want to. But yeah, that's like how I am with my money. I tend to like grind a bunch of more money before like buying anything. Like I have a real problem with just not selling stuff when I realistically should be selling it. And I like making excuses that it's like, oh, but it's like it's better anyway to like just buy new stuff because then you don't have to pay all the taxes and stuff. And that's to a degree, right? Like it's really bad if you like really often liquidate your profile because every time you liquidate your profile, you lose quite a few percent to like just auction house taxes and just listing taxes and all that stuff. Which means if you frequently like flip between mining and doing dungeons and stuff like that and like keep rebuying like terminators or my closet just opened on its own. If you keep rebuying Terminators and like drills, you know, you very quickly lose quite a lot of money, which is not good. But I take it like to the extreme where I'm just like I don't even sell items I'm not using and are like not at all useful for me. Um, and you know, I'm just stubborn. I'm just stubborn, and that's just the reality of it. But yeah, I'm like at an 80k EXP left to go in my Wolf Slayer, which is pretty cool. I've been live for like an hour and a 20. It's gone pretty fast, honestly. It went a lot faster today than it did yesterday. I don't know. I've just been like more focused, I guess, on doing Wolf Slayer. I don't feel like I've been very focused. I've been yapping quite a lot, but yesterday we was like streaming for like an hour and I got like 40k EXP. I've not even 40k. I got like 30k EXP or something. I feel like I don't know. Actually, it might be similar. I'm not sure. But like even I took some breaks, right? And like I didn't drop anything yesterday. I didn't drop an overflux capacitor or anything. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm just proud of myself. Like getting to this point in Slayers, you know, is quite painful because like at least for me, I tend like I've gotten stuck on like just around level 8, for example. Like I typically have gotten most Slayers to level 8, but then I really struggle with going from like level 8 to level 9. Just because it's not like it's too much worse than going from level 7 to level 8, because going from level 7 to level 8 is like 300,000 XP, whereas like going from level 8 to level 9 is like 600,000 XP, so it is like twice as much XP, which is obviously makes a difference and makes it a lot slower, but it's still like, compared to some other grinds in the game, it's not that bad, but I just kind of struggle with doing that. It's like, but whenever I have like a weird thing. Whenever I get to like the halfway point of a grind, or like just above halfway, I tend to like hard focus on it a lot more and tend to have a lot easier of a time actually doing it because I'm like, oh, but I'm gonna be like almost halfway done with what's left now, and then it's like I'm already the majority of the way through. I might as well finish it, you know? But like getting to the halfway point, I tend to be quite bad at. But like as soon as I get to the halfway point, I almost always finish it, you know? I was kind of the same with fishing, which was really funny because I got to like level 45 in fishing, which is like technically halfway or like over halfway to level 50, but for me it was like I had just gotten to Thunder and I needed, you know, or had I think it was no, it was not even level 45. It was like level 38 or something. When do you unlock Thunder? I think it was like just when I unlocked Thunder, which is, you know, the second to last sea creature you unlock ever. Um, in the current stage of fishing, at least. Level fishing, 18 fishing, yeah, based. Honestly, fishing got gutted. Back when I fished to like level 26, it was long before they added the fishing speed changes, so I don't know how I could have done it if the fishing speed changes were in place, because like, holy shit, they have actually gutted early game fishing. That shit sucks now. It's kind of decent for very late game fishers, because like, you can actually like technically fish faster if you're late game, but if you're early game, it's a massive nerf to rates. Anyway, ADHD brain, what was I talking about? Oh right, I had just like unlocked Thunder. And I was like fine with just unlocking Thunder. So I like didn't fish for like a week or something, and I was like playing the game nonstop. I was just like I wasn't even doing anything else. It's not like I was getting into mining or anything. I was just like sitting around. I think I began trophy fishing or something. That was like how down bad I was. Like I just didn't want to finish the fishing grind because like I wasn't halfway to jobbers, you know? But then I got to like fishing 43 eventually, and then I went like all the way to 50. No problem. I was like, okay, sure, whatever. It was the same thing with Eman Slayer. I was like at Eman Slayer 8 for like 2 months, I think even longer. I was like at Eman 8 for like 3 months. And it's like Eman 8 is good. Like you get the extra super pair chance, which is nice. But like Eman 9 is really good because you get like extra Inquisitor chance and extra Sealet chance, and there's extra Vanquisher chance, which was something I desperately needed because it was right when I was really getting into New Kutra. Because like Eman 9 really does save you a lot of time in the long run because of Vanquishers, and it was like right when I was getting into that. But I was so slow. But then I got to around like 780k EXP or something, which is like a decent bit over halfway. And then it took me like a week from going to from like 750k all the way to level 9, which is like I was playing an unhealthy amount of Eman Slayer. Like I was doing unhealthy amounts of Eman Slayer, but that was like no problem, and I don't get why. Like I have the same thing whenever I like start video games. I like get to like the intro is like always really rough. Like especially in something like Minecraft mod packs. Like the first 2 hours or something, I can typically get through. But then like from 2 hours to like 15 hours or something, I really struggle with. But then as soon as I get to like 15 hours, I'm like all in. And then I keep playing for like 150. It's honestly unhealthy. I don't know why I do it. And I have like the same thing with like everything. Like if I am doing like an assignment or something, I really like I hate starting. And even if I start, even if it's like, an hour of work or something, a lot of the times I'll just stop for no reason. Also, I might as well kill these guys' bosses. I guess this lobby opened up. I'm gonna have to find a new one, but hey, at least I get to summon a free boss here. That's not even mine. That's his. Anyway, at least I get to loot share bosses here, which I guess is something. And I didn't even get kill credit on that one. Shit. I suck. Lobby. I do play Counter-Strike occasionally, yeah. I used to play it quite a lot. Back in like 2019, 2018. I played it quite a lot. Played it quite a lot initially under Corona. Back when it was still Go. That was kind of my peak. That was kind of where I was best at it. But then I fell off. I started playing Valorant with my friends because it was like the Valorant beta was just out and we had a lot of fun with Valorant. And then eventually I got to Immortal in Valorant, and then I stopped playing Valorant. And then I never really started playing Counter-Strike again. And then like I played a little bit, like right when CS2 came out and like up to CS2. But I don't know. I just haven't been able to get into it. I got pretty addicted to like Apex recently, which has just mainly been the thing that's prevented me from playing Counter-Strike. I prefer Counter-Strike over Valorant, generally, especially when you can actually get okay matches, but I don't know what it is like. I really just like Apex movement and like the mechanical depth that's in Apex. I've like kind of discussed it with myself, but yeah. Let's just go. You play. Oh my god, yeah, that's a lot of Counter-Strike. Yeah, the highest amount I've played like video games in the span of a week was like I think I played 80 hours of Destiny 2, which was like really unhealthy. Maybe not 80 hours, but something like 70 hours or something crazy. I was literally playing it all day, every day for like 2 weeks or something. I think I had like on my recently played on Steam, I had like 130 hours, which was like, it's crazy. That's really unhealthy. I also had a couple weeks during like, also lockdown Corona, but like the Christmas around lockdown Corona. I was fishing like 8 hours a day on Hypixel Skyblock. I got to like top 500 in like lily pad collection at the time, which was like extremely difficult, and I think I got to like top 150 or something in ink sac collection. I was really high up, and it was only because I was like fishing 10 hours a day for like 2 weeks straight, which was also really, really unhealthy. But yeah. I have like 1,000 and something. Let me check actually. My Counter-Strike says I have 1,013 hours. Yeah, pretty much exactly 1,000. I have less hours in Apex. I don't know how many hours I have in Valorant because there's no way to check that. In Skyblock though, I have 1,871 on this profile, and I have like another 15 or something on my Iron Man, my storage locked, and then I haven't really had any other accounts. World Blair? What? Oh, Wolf Slayer? Is that what you're trying to say? We're very much wolf slaying. We have slayed quite a lot of wolves. We dropped an overflux earlier. That's probably a lot more healthy though, if I gotta be honest. It's not healthy to put like 1,000 hours into something. The amount of playtime I have is also not healthy. 7 times more in Counter-Strike? Yeah, okay, holy shit. Like, that's a lot of Counter-Strike. At least you're not like the one who's played the most Counter-Strike ever. There's like quite a lot of people who have like tens of thousands of hours in Counter-Strike, which is even more unhealthy. At least a lot of those people have like made a career out of Counter-Strike, which is something. Like, it's their job in some kind of way. Which, you know, kind of justifies it. It's kind of the same with like 30 Virus, who has like 10,000 or 13,000 hours in like Skyblock in total. Or like HS Fearless, who has like also 10,000 hours in Skyblock in total, which is crazy. I do very much agree. I play Minecraft. I do agree. The Gemster Beals, indeed. Hamster wheels are like really expensive. I don't know why hamster wheels are like 50k. I feel like they shouldn't be. How much is foul flesh at? Yeah, what? I guess the boost is for 24 hours, but I feel like foul flesh is a lot better now. I don't get it. Because of your brother? Oh, damn. You got peer pressured into playing it? Now time to play that one Battle Royale game. Are you perhaps referring to Fortnite? Are you perhaps referring to Fortnite Battle Royale? You gonna play some Fortnite? You play Fortnite? You play Fortnite? Fortnite? You have Fortnite on your phone? If you didn't have a brother, you'd probably play neither. Damn, sounds like your brother ruined your life, huh? Okay, that's a little mean, but I mean, am I wrong though? Yes, I actually do. Damn, that's crazy, bro. You have Fortnite on my phone. Crazy, crazy. I have Apex on my phone, even though it got shut down, so there's no reason for me to have it. I played a little bit of like Apex Mobile initially when it came out, but it never caught on that much. I used to play quite a lot of PUBG Mobile actually. There was like a summer where I was like no-lifing the shit out of that stuff. I was like diamond ranked, which was at the time was actually really, really good. I don't think it's that good nowadays, but at the time it was actually quite good. I have like a diamond perk and like I have like a symbol and stuff, and they're like actually really rare. It's one of my most proudest like gaming achievements was getting PUBG Diamond rank on PUBG Mobile. Flappy Bird on your phone, damn. That's kind of crazy. I feel like that's worth something. Only 17k or 70k Wolf Slayer XP to go. Been going fast, man. We've been grinding these wolves. They've been getting slayed. The whole Flappy Bird story is kind of fucking crazy because it was like the early age of like the app stores and stuff. Like it wasn't the earliest early, but it was still really early ages for like app stores and apps in general. So it was like really crazy that like an app just took over so hard. Like I don't feel like that could happen nowadays. Like at least an app that's simple, right? Like maybe if there's like a really new exciting mobile game that like somehow manages to appeal to everyone. Something like Pokemon Go, maybe. Um, like if they made Pokemon Go V2, maybe. But like, yeah, I don't know. It was really crazy. I never like actually played it very much. I think I played like a total of 5 games of Flappy Bird or something. I thought it was boring as fuck, but a lot of people really liked it. Skill of Vanquisher, there's a clean aspect of the void. Damn. I used to get like I used to really struggle with killing Vanquishers because I rushed like because I took like a break um before Crimson Isle came out, like right around when Dwarven Mines came out. I took a break from the game, like a year and a half long break. And then I like came back, and then like the Crimson Isle had just gotten released pretty recently, and like all that stuff. And I had like the combat level to get into it because obviously I played before and I did a lot of sealet grinding back in the day, so my combat level was pretty good. And I had my fishing level. I had gotten it to like over the lava fishing threshold, and because at the time I was like just used to fishing, I immediately got back into like lava fishing. And because lava fishing is like a really good way of spawning vanquishers, I like spawned a lot of vanquishers, but I always really struggled with killing them because like I was using a shredder to kill my sea creatures because I had nothing better. And like a shredder is honestly, ironically, pretty good at killing sea creatures, especially for like how cheap it is. But like for killing vanquishers, it's not it, chief. It's just not it. Like it's doable just because you can like stun lock it in a corner or something and it's ranged so you won't die that easily, but it's not good. But other than that, honestly, aspect of the void is not a bad weapon. Like base, yeah, it's horrible, but if you get a warped aspect of the void and you put like potato books on it and stuff, that shit kind of goes hard, honestly. Like especially for like a pretty like versatile item. It's pretty solid. It can be like your main melee weapon if you're going something like mage. No problem. And you'll still like be able to do decent melee damage. Like obviously it's not giant sword level of damage or anything, but it's not bad. Potato books. Potato War. Yes. I'm starting Potato War V2 right now. I am Technoblade. I got reincarnated. Disclaimer, I am not Technoblade, I'm starting no Potato War. This is all jokes. For legal reasons, I am not Technoblade. Nor do I have that resolve to grind 15 hours a day farming potatoes. The death barrier cannot stop him, yeah. I feel like Technoblade is like in every single Skyblock player though. Like every Skyblock is a little bit of Technoblade. Is Wilbur a bad person? What? What did he do? I thought he was a fine person, no? What did you do? Oh no. You're making me worried now. Oh. The last I saw of like girlfriend abuse. Oh shit. That's kind of bad, yeah. It was really interesting though. He was a good content creator. Damn. That sucks, man. The last thing I saw of Wilbur, I was like wondering actually what happened to him because I hadn't seen him for like a long ass time. Like the last thing I saw of him was like I think Ted Nifison made like a music video for him at some point. But then it's yeah, which was like honestly a really interesting video. It was like he like went through the whole process of them making the video and stuff and like the shoot itself. It was really interesting, but yeah, I haven't seen anything from him like since then, and that was like 6 months ago. But yeah, that sucks, huh? Was he together with like Nihachu? I don't know. Were they like ever officially together, or were they just friends? What? Okay, that's kind of weird. I thought they were pretty good friends though. I think we're just friends. Yeah, they probably were. I never knew he actually had a girlfriend. I mean, it's not surprising, but I just didn't know. It's only coming out. I mean, there's a lot of stories though. I don't know. I don't really care too much about like Minecraft drama. There's a lot of it, and it's a real shame that there has to be so much of it. Because like honestly, a lot of the people in the Minecraft space are just really nice people and honestly quite wholesome. But then there's like it also for some reason it's just attracted a whole bunch of bad actors, which is a shame. There's a lot of people in like the Minecraft space who are just kind of weird, just kind of kind of they should touch some grass, go outside, be normal. Think of other people's feelings, but yeah, that is quite shitty. Yeah, I don't think Technoblade would have done anything bad ever. He was a really just genuine guy, honestly. He just really liked making YouTube videos and making content, which is why he was so good at it. This is why he was the GOAT. The GOAT, I tell you. He was also like just like the best Minecraft player ever. I don't think there was really any doubt that he was like better than Dream, but honestly, of all the Minecraft creators that like have been, he's been like the best consistently in his time at least. Obviously, there's like a lot of Minecraft speedrunners who are like in some ways better at Minecraft and probably have more game knowledge and at this point at least knows a lot more about the game than he did. But for stuff like PvP, he was just extremely good. He was really good at like just playing the game. I don't know how to describe it. He just had a really like fundamentally good mechanics. Even though Minecraft is not really like mechanically difficult, he was just better. He was just better than everyone. It was so crazy because it's like Minecraft is really simple at the end of the day, like especially 1.8 PvP, but it was like he was just consistently winning everything, and it just never made sense to me. I just couldn't. I just why was he winning? It was like, well, it was because he was better, but why was he better? It was like, how are you even better? The entire thing is just about clicking, but it was like he just was better. English is just my minor. Yeah, I was an English major as well, and that's crazy. There's a lot of Minecraft YouTubers who are like been English majors and stuff like that. It's really interesting. I was really happy like for him that he was able to get so much success though. He really did add like a lot of. He had like just the right personality. Like the whole Minecraft renaissance that happened around Minecraft Monday and during Corona was really like nice to see. Cause I was like still pretty regularly watching Minecraft YouTube's videos like every so often, right? Like I had been watching like Technicblade for quite a while when like the whole Minecraft Renaissance came out, and I remember like watching those Minecraft Mondays like every single Monday. God, it was like the best. It was like the best time of my like months whenever whenever Minecraft Monday came out. I remember watching the whole JSlat Technoblade Minecraft Monday. That one was so nice. That was actually peak content. I don't think I've seen like anything that's been like even beaten that. And even though that was a live stream, it still was like just better than like 95% of all YouTube videos. Just cause like the story, it was so good, and it was so crazy. That Minecraft Monday is like the best one by far. If you haven't seen that one, I very much suggest you look it up. I'm also glad that JSlat hasn't had like any major drama. Like he has had some minor things, like obviously he's kind of a controversial personality, but honestly, I don't know. I really like JSlat for his like really unique sense of humor. Like, he has changed a lot over the years. Like, back then when he was like a Minecraft YouTuber, he was a lot different than he is now, obviously. He does quite a lot of different stuff now than he did back in the day, but yeah. The Nerd Wars video? Yeah, I heard a lot of people who like discovered him for the Nerd Wars videos. I don't think I've ever really like saw them too much, but I remember him from like his old Skyblock commentaries or Sky Wars commentaries. Those were like when I really like the ones I really associate with Technoblade. Also his Bed Wars commentaries, Bed Wars win streak, all that stuff. He's done so many things though, it's really crazy. Like for the relatively short amount of time he was playing the game, he did so many things. He won Minecraft Monday like 7 times. He did everything, man. He was in Dream SMP. He did the Potato War. He got like a major win streak in Bed Wars. He was just crazy, man. Which is different. Oh my god, I got a red claw. Well, that's like every single RNG we've dropped this stream. The only one we haven't dropped yet is the Kocha rune. We dropped the Grizzlybait, we dropped the Overflux, and oops, my headset fell off. And we just dropped the Red Claw egg. Nice, I guess. I guess that's kind of interesting. Really worthless, so it's not really something that matters, but yeah. Yeah, it is kind of surprising. But the thing about JSlat is he's like branched out a lot, and he's a lot more popular than his YouTube channels would have you believe. Just because he also streams on Twitch and stuff. Entire Minecraft Earth used to distract Squid. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that was really crazy that we were also playing on that Minecraft Earth SMP at the same time as we was like doing the Potato War. It was really funny. I think he did Minecraft Monday as well when he was doing the Potato War, and then it was like he would have a hour-long break, and then he would just like immediately go back to farming potatoes. It was so funny. Schwamp for what he did in '99. Yeah, bro. Honestly, he deserves federal prison. He deserves to be locked up for life, honestly. Yeah. The thing about Slat though is he's like been very kind of fragmented with his efforts. He's done a lot of different things. Like he hasn't really stuck to one channel. He started a lot of different channels, so he hasn't really like gotten a single channel to 10 million, but I think across of like all he's done, like he's a lot more famous than a lot of 10 million subscriber YouTubers are, just because he's like in everything, especially when it comes to like the whole Twitch sphere. I need to focus on my main quest. Yeah. True. He had the whole Dante thing as well. Technoblade did so many things, man. It's crazy. Yeah, Slime Circle is pretty cool too. I don't watch Slime Circle very much, but the times he was like on the podcast, like back when they had the podcast together, they were quite entertaining. I do remember them being quite enjoyable and him being quite funny as well. He's a really yes and guy with the bit all the time. That's true. He does follow the bit. That's kind of why Slat and Slimesicle works quite well together as well as like Tednificent. It's just because like they're really like the types of people who like follow the bit, you know? Kind of like the Misfits, honestly. They also kind of do the same thing where they just kind of follow the bit even beyond its like grave. They tend to do that too, you know? They just have like a different sense of humor, you know? But JSlabs also works quite well with the Misfits, so maybe they don't know, honestly. Honestly, they're all just really funny people. I think that's the conclusion we can draw. Yeah. Also, I need to check on my laundry as well, because maybe my washing machine has finished. I don't think it has, but hey, if I'm lucky, it has. Even though it's like supposed to finish 2 hours ago, I don't know why it just keeps going, but hey, I'll be right back. Wow, surprise! It has not finished. It's now at 25. It was at 50. I don't fucking get it. It was at 50 minutes 2 hours ago. It's been 2 hours. Now it's at 25 minutes. Like, the hell? Chatty's gone time to take over the stream. The good thing is that my laundry room is like right next to my room, so I can check on it really easily. Sorry, no rioting today. L Ozos. I've been live for a while now, though. It's like 8 already. I don't really need to do anything tomorrow, so I can't be live for a while, but I don't know if I want to go all the way with Wolfslayer today. I get 60k EXP. I could probably potentially do it, but it will take at least like, probably like an hour and 40 minutes or something. Maybe even a little longer than that. Apparently I've been getting like 40k EXP per hour, which is quite good. At that rate it would only take like an hour and a half, but there's still a lot of Wolfslayer left to do. I'm not sure. Maybe I should do something else as well. I'm not sure. What do you think? I play Minecraft. What do you think? What do you think would be entertaining? Because I don't mind just sitting here and yapping a bit more, but I feel like, yeah, I've been doing the same thing for a while now. You know? Oh, die. Die. Wolf. I wonder how much I've actually earned just from the Wolf Chief alone. It's kind of funny, because, like, with Wolf Slayer, you earn a lot just from the Chiefs alone, which is quite different from, like, a lot of the other Slayers. Running around a castle for 111 minutes is really riveting gameplay. Yeah, it is, no? It's like peak content. I mean, that's just kind of Skyblock, though. Like, you can't really blame me for that. You know? Like, pretty much whatever I'd be doing is just running around the same area for like an hour straight. Like, dungeons is a little different, but that would also require me to actually, like, have skill at the video game, and, like, then I'd have to pay attention to the game. It'll just be a little bit harder to actually stream, you know? But, like, if I was playing Storage Log, for example, I would be doing the same. I would just be doing it in the end, grinding sealets, and, like, all of the other Slayers are, like, the same thing, but, like, in a different place. I mean, we could go to the cave and do it. I guess that would be different, no? Running around killing wolves in a cave. How many hours are about to put in for marginal strat increases? Yeah, true. Was that Technoblade as well? That was Technoblade, right? Some wise man. Or was it one of those quotes he like inserted and then quoted to someone else? Yeah, it was. Yeah. I believe. It could also be a Sun Tzu quote for all I know. There's a lot of good ones of those too. E-Buzz. Die. Oh my god, a spirit room, guys. We dropped the spirit rune. Oh my god, guys. We dropped the spirit rune. Whatever you do, reveal all your tricks in a YouTube video. Yeah. Are you just going through all of Technoblade's videos and just quoting him? But you have them all memorized. Suck it, green boy. What the hell? Was that like to Dream or something? Was that like in his duel against Dream? Just from memory. Damn. That's a good memory I have. I'm not really good at like remembering quotes exactly. I just like kind of remember what he did. Those are, yeah. Was that when he won like 200k, right? Wasn't that like a 200k duel, or was it like 100k? I don't remember. It was one of the earlier like Mr. Beast videos, like after he got famous, like really famous, that he did. It's the only like real video I remember from like the Mr. Beast gaming channel. Like, I feel like Mr. Beast is really good at making videos. Like, he makes a lot of really good high production videos. Obviously, he's extremely successful. But like they're not that memorable. Like if you tell me to like remember a bunch of Mr. Beast videos off the top of my head, like I'll definitely be able to like mention quite a few. But I don't think I remember like half of the Mr. Beast videos I've watched, and it's not even that many. I feel like the dueler from Team SMP. Yeah, I guess probably yeah, could be both. There's also I remember the clip where he like went towards the end and then like Dream came in on his ult and like deleted the end portal on stream in front of him. That was pretty funny. That was like the peak Dream. It was like the most interesting thing Dream ever did. Not to be like mean, but like Mr. Dream is not that interesting. Second most. I mean, he is the most subscribed YouTuber, but there's obviously T-Series, which is like not a YouTuber. That's like a company. But yeah, it's true that Technoblade SMP. I feel like yeah. I mean, it kind of wasn't, but it also kind of was because it was like the only guy who was like actually entertaining there. Like Tommy, what? Tommy, what's his name? Not Tom Scott. That's a different guy. That's a different British guy with white hair. Very different age, but like they kind of do look alike. Tommy Innit, that's his name. Like he's pretty funny too, but like he didn't play very much on it, at least compared to Bobby Bennett. Yeah, there was a few animations he got made now. I think I've watched like all of them, but I don't remember them that much. Like they were good, I remember, but like I always preferred like the original videos or clips they were based on. He wrote his own story. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think like him being an English major honestly like meant a lot for his like videos and storytelling. Like he was really good at it. Obviously, it's because he was like passionate about it. That definitely did a lot. But I do think like being an English major there probably also did help him. There's a lot of really good animation on YouTube. Yeah. I don't like follow animators very often though, because you know it takes them forever to release anything, which you know is very fair and based, and like that's why they're good. But like it also makes it kind of hard to be like, oh, this animator is like my favorite animator, because like yeah, okay, I guess there's like a Jaden animation, but like at this point she's not an animator anymore. She's just a content creator, you know? Like, and I feel like there's a difference in that way. But there's definitely very good animators out there. Hello, unknown. I'm back doing a Wolf Slayer, and good news actually, something very exciting. We dropped a overflux, which was nice. It's in my auction house right now. Slash AH Sputnikboi, if you want to buy that. I could tip someone maybe. Yeah, very big W. I'm almost like not in debt anymore. I only have like 200 million left to go, and then I have my entire G-Drag back. G-Drag Bank. Greg Bank back. Let me check that on your Iron Man profile. Yeah, thank you, boy. Just, I mean, you don't have to do Wolfslayer yourself then. Just, yeah, you can just buy it from me on your Iron Man profile. Yeah, no problem. I remember when like there was a guy who like came into my there's like been multiple people who've like come into my chat while I've been playing Storage Locked, and they've been like, yo, can you give me some coins please? I really need coins. And I'm like, yeah, I'd love to give you coins, brother, but like I can't. I'm Iron Man. That's not how the game works. Maybe you should like, you know, look on your screen. Just bizarre flip on Iron Man. Yeah, true. I remember we were discussing money making methods, and it was like, so what's a good money making methods? And I think there was like an Iron Man or something. I don't remember when this was, but I was like talking about like money making methods, and then because like a guy asked for it, and then there was like another guy who was like, oh yeah, I'd love to just bizarre flip on my Iron Man real quick, and it's like, yeah, okay, that's fair. Yeah, I guess that kind of doesn't work, which is kind of funny. UA is Iron Man. Not on this account, but my storage locked is Iron Man. No real reason not to have an Iron Man since I don't know why it wouldn't be Iron Man. That's like the entire point of the challenge is it being difficult, so if like being in a normal profile would make the challenge actually trivial. Because like I could just sell stuff for money and then buy whatever I want. Just grind summoning eyes and then like win. So we're almost like at 50k HP left. This has gone really fast, honestly. I remember it feeling like forever when I did Wolf Slayer yesterday. I don't know why it felt so much faster today. And real seal things. Yeah, exactly. Storage space is not a problem on a normal profile if you just like liquidate everything all the time. Yeah, that's true. But the thing about Iron Man though is it's still like just half of it is still just grinding money. Because you still need money for stuff like dungeons and like that's where you get half the loot you get anyway, and you still need cookies and you still need a lot of things that require coins, so you know. Yeah. That's kind of what I tried to do as well. But instead of like what I have like kind of done on this profile is I've tried to grind out stuff myself. Like I grinded my own overflux capacitor initially when I got my overflux. I grinded my own Warden Heart for my Warden Helmet. I grinded, you know, my own core for my Terminator. I did all of those major grinds for those major RNG items myself, because that was fun. That was kind of what I wanted to do with the game. I wanted to have fun with the game like that, right? Um, yeah. But as you know, the time has gone on and stuff just kind of becomes more and more grindy and more boring because honestly, you know, you do what's fun first. I've just, you know, I've kind of done more and more money grinding, and that's, you know, not a bad thing, I feel like, because what that has allowed me to do, for example, is allowed me to actually get a Hyperion. Because I don't think I'd ever drop, like, my own handle. I don't think I'll ever drop my own scrolls. Because, like, that's just not me. Like, I don't enjoy dungeons. So what I've kind of done instead, you know, I do enjoy playing the game, but there's just certain things I don't enjoy. So instead of doing those things, I grind money, you know. So I kind of try to play like an Iron Man, but I grind money so I can skip those parts that I don't want to play, like dungeons or like farming, for example. You know, those things. And then so I can actually spend the time, you know, grinding out those things that I think would actually be enjoyable to grind out. Obviously, as you kind of get later in the game and at the point I'm in, I kind of have every of the major items, especially like every item that's like not dungeons related. Like the only major items I'm still missing is something like a claymore or like a diamond Necron's head, but you know, simply ask for my own pixel op. Yeah, honestly, that's kind of a pro way of getting good at high pixel skyblock. It's just applying for a job as like a data engineer, because like once you're admin, you have everything. Be like me and do 3-4 dungeon runs per month. That's kind of what I've been doing, honestly. That is why I have like Catacombs 33. That's the only reason I have Catacombs 33 is because of like 2 runs every blue moon. Or whenever I kind of get forced to do it on stream because there's a lot of people who enjoy watching dungeons. Which for like on stream I don't mind too much, especially when I'm like playing with viewers. It's really not that bad. I enjoy that. Just because I can get carried most likely, and like if not, I have fun at least. You know, I have fun streaming at least. What I'm doing wrong with your progression. You should probably wonder what they are doing wrong with their progression, because I don't think that's. I think that's more of an issue than like actually playing the game. High pixel the person is. I mean, yeah, probably, but there's a lot more people out there who are a lot more successful. Like, if you look at the world's richest people, none of them are running a Minecraft server. Like, I'm sad to inform this, but none of them are running Minecraft servers. I'm sorry. It's just not a thing. That's just not where you make the most money. I wish it could be, but it's just not. I was like level 200 with no hype in turn. Oh man, it's fine to be a high level without major key items. Like if you're going for a Terminator and you're just like playing the game pretty balanced, like if you're going for Iron Man Terminator, for example, like you'll get to around level 200 before you get your hands on a Terminator easily. And like even if you're like going for it actively. And if you're playing on like a normal profile and you like enjoy farming, you enjoy mining, and you enjoy doing all those other things, if you don't want to do dungeons and if you don't want to do Kudra, honestly, I feel like it's completely fine to be like level 200 without a hyper turn. Imagine going to space, that's boring for real. AOTJ better than turn plus hype for real. I think you made that the wrong way though. Right now you're saying turn plus hype is better than AOTJ. You know, I fuck that up all the time as well, but that is actually what you're saying. The crocodile is eating the smaller thing. That's how I remember it. So I can't cry for term. Skill issue, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't really suffer for skill issue. I just suffer for ping issue most of the time. That's at least the main excuse I use in dungeons. I'm not good at dungeons, but for Slayers in general, I feel like I'm pretty solid. I can get pretty solid E-man times, especially considering I'm not using like Crimson Midas Spoon. No, the crocodile. Wait, am I? Am I high? Am I the wrong guy? Am I saying the wrong thing now? Oh no. Wait, I might. Maybe I am. Okay, I'm stupid. I apologize. Your streamer did an oopsie. I probably fucked up some code then. Yeah. I mean, I always fuck it up. Whenever I'm coding and I have to use like the less than sign, I always like Google it. Like it's one of those things I've Googled the most when coding. Like I'm a pretty good coder overall, like considering the amount of time I've been doing it. But like whenever it comes to like the less than or bigger than sign, I always screw up. I would have crocky this. That's true. That's a good true. I always thought it was like, oh, but it's scared of the big thing. It can't eat the big thing. But that makes sense. The crocodile obviously wants the food. I'm at like 7.8 million total Slayer HP. The thing about total Slayer HP though, it's just like it's just the amount of zombie Slayers you've done that's like dictates the amount of total Slayer XP you have. Because you do zombie Slayer literally like 4 times as fast as any other Slayer. Like Spider Slayer, you can get quite a lot of XP per hour as well, but Zombie Slayer is like unrivaled just because there's tier 4. I love coding so much. Slapping and motivation, yeah, I guess that makes sense. I'm really bad at modeling as well. I was really lucky in like school and like my gymnasium. I had well, one specific classmate who was like, or two actually, two classmates who were really good with like art things. One of them was really good with like modeling and stuff as well. And we had like a class that was like really coding focused. So she would always like do the artsy stuff and like this design stuff, and or they would always do the artsy stuff and the design stuff, and I'd just get to code, which was like, I really like that. Because I got to do all the fun stuff and they got all to do all the boring stuff of like drawing, but they actually liked it. So, overall we kind of like did what we liked the most, which was really nice. I have a couple like game projects as well that I just have like on my computer and like stuff that I'm like, I'm gonna work on this. I'm gonna make this a thing. I'm gonna make this a game. And then I was just like, I just don't, because I get bored easily with like making games on my own. I like making games or like making or coding stuff when it's like social, if that makes sense, or if it's like for a school project or like there's a reason behind it. But if I ever have to like make a game just because it's like fun, I get like demotivated instantly. It's kind of the same thing with making videos, honestly. I kind of struggle with motivation quite a lot, especially the editing part. Being social, what's that? For real. It's honestly overrated. I mean, going outside and stuff, pretty hard, pretty dangerous. When it's a social life, yeah. That's been like me the last year. Uh, it's the reason why I picked up streaming again. Is just because I had no social life whatsoever. I was like talking to my therapist. I was like, I should probably go outside and touch grass and talk to people. But it's like, I'm too scared to do that. What can I do? And then I remembered, oh, right, remember enjoying streaming. How about I do that? So now this is my social life. Woo. Surprise, I'm just as much of a loser as everyone else. I mean, that's kind of a lie, though. I do hang out with my friends relatively often, but obviously nowhere near as much as I did when I was actually in school. Being on a gap year kind of does something to you, you know? So we have like 2 stacks of hamster wheels, man. These hamster wheels are like, I wonder how much money I've made just off hamster wheels, and if it's like similar to the amount I've made off like the overflux capacitors I've dropped. Probably has been relatively similar. Me biscuits on my room. Yeah, that's fair. I'm pretty used to like talking to myself, which I know sounds kind of bad, but I promise you, it's like only exactly how bad as you can imagine it being. But I'm pretty used to it, so I don't really like mind it. I can get a little like you with my voice whenever I'm like editing a video, especially if I'm like snotty or like I'm umming a lot. Whenever I edit, I so much. It's crazy. You have no idea how much time I spend just like editing ums out or like uh or like just gaps of me just not saying anything for like 5 seconds just because I like couldn't finish my sentence. It's crazy. I swear I've edited out like literally an hour's worth of ums in just like this what like 10 videos I've made. Probably not even 10 videos. How many videos have I even made? I've made like 8 or something, right? Like it's crazy how many ums I've edited out. I'm a really like bad ummer. Waiting for a few months for you to move out. Yeah, that's fair. I can feel a little like weird about it as well when I'm like at my mom's place because it's not as big. Like right now I'm at my dad's place, so I'm like in a basement. Like none of my family can hear it anyway, so it's like whatever. But when I'm at my mom's place, it can be a little weird whenever she's home. The good thing is like she's not really home that much, so I get to like stream whenever I want mostly. Leave one quiet space in for a bit. I have tried to like leave some quiet spaces in, but I do like the thing is in a lot of the videos either I want to keep it relatively short, but I typically have a lot of stuff to say, so I just end up saying a lot of stuff in a relatively short amount of time. So then it's like either there's like just ums everywhere in that, and then that's kind of the gaps, and then it's like an hour long, or I make it like 20 minutes long, but then it's just like constant yapping. I've kind of struggled with finding a balance of like how much gap and how much like talking there should be. Small average sized house, yeah, that's fair. You can probably actually notice it in my videos as well whenever I'm like whenever something happens, like whenever I include like a bestiary tier or something weird, like a milestone, and then I'm like just talking. Most of the time I'm like talking over that stuff. It's just because I talk a lot, you know. A lot of it is also because some of it has been stream highlights, and obviously when I'm streaming I try to talk as much as possible, because just me running around in a castle, is quite boring, and I know that, so, I see myself as a yapper more than a Skyblock streamer in that way. A couple $1 million, that's kind of fun, yeah. God damn, you're in Silicon Valley? That's crazy. I have been to Silicon Valley at one point. I think I've been there twice technically, but the first time I was like 6 years old. I have tried shits, yeah. You have a master's in Japanese, yeah, for real. It's really weird because the thing is, I have like this side of me that's like absolute. I need to yap. I need to yap all the time. But then I have like the other side of me, which is just like I don't talk at all, and I'm just quiet for like hours on end. Like at some parties, I can literally just sit in a corner playing Clash Royale on my phone, saying nothing for like an hour and a half, and then go home. But then when I'm like streaming, I can talk to myself in a room for like 5 hours, and it's like no problem. It's really weird. But I have tried Twitch, yeah. I used to stream on Twitch before I moved to YouTube, actually. I talked a little bit about it earlier this stream too, but yeah. I was just like streaming whatever there mainly. I did stream a little bit of Minecraft, but I streamed actually like a hardcore Minecraft series, but it ended up dying pretty quickly. I was like, I was gonna stream more and like start another world and start another season, but I never got around to it, and then I kind of got into Gymnasium and stuff. I also used to stream a lot of PUBG on there, and it was like fine, but I don't know. I preferred YouTube. I've had a lot more like engagement on YouTube, if that makes sense. It's just the way like the algorithm works. It's nice being able to like have an account, and then like there's more ways to grow than just streaming 8 hours every single day and just hoping that someone comes across your stream, right? Like I'm still kind of just hoping someone comes across my stream, but you know, I've had more success with it. Talk to my sister. Voice pitches. Yeah, okay. That's kind of interesting. I usually like I don't talk to myself like out loud. Like I wouldn't talk to myself like this loud, for example. First of all, my voice can't handle that because then I would literally be talking like loudly the entire day. And I've only been talking for like 2 hours and 15 minutes. I can feel it in my voice at this point. But like yeah, I typically just like mumble to myself most of the time. And whenever I'm in public, obviously I try to keep it like as little as possible because people kind of look at you funny when you talk to yourself. If an insane action keeps you insane, are you insane or sane? That's great. I don't know. That's a good question. Probably a bit of both. You're probably just a little quirky. A little quirky, a little quirky. Ooh woo. Quirky, ooh, oh whoa. Yeah, same. I feel like a lot of people actually do that, but like a lot of people are too afraid to admit it. Maybe not, but like I feel like it's pretty normal. Like I've heard other people like talk to themselves. Like my mom does it pretty often, and my dad can do it sometimes too. My little brothers also do it quite often, actually. But it might just be like a quirk of my family. I'm not sure. Spirit rune, wow. I wonder how many spirit runes I have. I just want to check quickly because I don't think I've ever like sold or thrown out a spirit rune. It's not in Slayer's Axe, it's in my runic sack. Where's my rune sack? There's my rune sack. How many times have I stitched my rune sack? Oh yeah, 3 times. Wow. And it's probably gonna be filled up pretty. I have 111 Ender Snake runes? Wait, what? Where do you get Ender Snake runes? Oh, it's the rare drop. No, what? Yeah, no, it's the rare drop. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Oh, I thought it was like the end rune for a minute. What the fuck? Why is the Ender Snake rune legendary, but the end rune is epic? Wait, that makes no sense. What? Okay, at least the Cloud rune is legendary, but like, what? What is this? Why is this rare? Okay, whatever. That was not what I was looking at. That was ADHD. Give me a moment. Rune sack. What was it I was looking for? I was looking for spirit runes, which are like, um, not here. I have 42, 8 cloud runes. That's like probably worth something. I have 2 redstone runes. Okay. 11 magical runes, 2 fire spiral runes. Oh yeah, there, 109. That's like the same amount of ender snake runes. Interesting. I have a title rune? Where the hell did I get a title rune from? Aren't they like worth something actually? Like tile runes? I remember them being worth something. Okay, they're worth like 100k. I guess that's not. Obtained from fans and fishers during spooky festivals. Yeah, makes sense. I have like a lot of wake runes. Like 109 coins in spirit runes. True. Runes are kind of interesting because some runes, like the music runes, for example, is worth a lot, but then there's like all the other runes which is just like worth nothing, which is a little sad. But hey, like it makes sense because the music rune is like the most rare one. But yeah, there's a guy who was helping with Iron Man, brought him VIP. Bam, that's nice of you. I would never buy VIP to a stranger. Okay, I probably would, but like. I bought like an old ex-girlfriend a Minecraft account at one point, and I kind of regret it now. Yeah, that was kind of a blunder of me. Oh, he was kind of being on with an expensive dye? Oh, that... Okay, that's unfortunate. Oh, did you buy it for him, like, through the in-game store? Yeah, okay, I guess it's kind of... sucks. You have a second account? I do have a second Minecraft account, too. It's not banned, though, luckily. It got hacked during, like, actually a long time ago. It's kind of weird, sorry, but there was a time where, like, pretty much every Minecraft account, like, in the world got hacked. And there was a Russian guy who played on it on, like, Hypixel. And I didn't get banned somehow. I don't know why he, like, didn't cheat on it or anything. It was even, like, connected to my main on Skyblock, for example, but he didn't take anything. I just don't think he, like, realized it was connected. So, yeah, that was kind of lucky. So I still have that account, which is quite nice. Obviously, they eventually fixed the exploit that was causing it, like, within a day. But yeah, it was kind of crazy when it happened. Didn't tell him about it. If you want to, like, give someone a rank, I feel like what you should instead do is you should, like, gift it, like, through the, like, in-game gifting system. I think that's probably a better way. Because then people can choose to accept it, or they can, like, reject it if they don't want it. Plus, you actually, like, get rewards for it. I'm not sure if it's, like, more expensive, though. It might be more expensive than just, like, buying off the store directly. But the gifting system is a little forgotten. Like, the only reason, like, the gifting system really exists is, like, so Hypixel can monetize, like, rich people. Because, like, the only way of, like, getting really high Hypixel levels, for example, is through gifting. And use them in Minecraft. I mean, yeah, true. Yeah, Minecraft has, like, single-handedly, like, made Java 10 times more secure just because, like, it has revealed so many, like, exploits and glitches and whatnot in how Java works. It's kind of funny. Especially, like, Hypixel has, like, the Hypixel server itself has, like, done... I found quite a few exploits in the Java runtime things. Not in the runtime, in the Java environments. Just because of, like, the sheer amount of people who, like, constantly try to hack Hypixel. But, you know, that's kind of the same with anything that, like, gets big. But Minecraft is also, you know, because Minecraft is such, like, sandboxy, like, it's almost at that game engine level, it just invites for that sort of, like, exploitive usage, you know? It's why there was, like, cheats for Minecraft as soon as it came out. It was, like, in the beginning, it wasn't even really considered cheats. It was just, like, you know, tools. And yeah, it was just, like, yeah, quite, like, obvious, if that makes sense, you know? It kind of attracted that crowd. That's why, like, a server like 2B2T still exists. A lot of people, like, kind of find it very enjoyable to, you know, find exploits and stuff. Also, the election actually just started, and Atrix is winning. I want to actually take a look at that real quick. It didn't just start, I think it started like an hour ago. Probably more than that, actually. I've been live for 2.5 hours. Yeah, so Slash Pricing Pathfinder, I guess that's fine. It wouldn't really have helped me anyway, so yeah, it's kind of whatever. Finnegan is here with like all his perks, but like it's Finnegan, so who cares? There's also Foxy with a mining fiesta, which is honestly kind of better. I would say Foxy with mining fiesta is better than Aatrox here, but like no one agrees, huh? People want Marina more than they want. Why do you want Marina? The fuck? Might have you get Wolf 9. Yeah, that's true. The thing is, it's not like the XP buff, so it doesn't really matter. The only thing I would have really cared about in these perks was like the XP buff. Like, yeah, I'd be able to like pay a little bit less, which I guess is nice. And yeah, I'd have like more Magifine, which I guess means I could have maybe dropped an extra overflux, but I don't think it would have made that much of a difference. At the end of the day, like 100k Wolf Slayer XP is really not that much, so even if I were to like do it like next week or, you know, when he actually got elected, it wouldn't have made much difference. Plus, now I can have like an excuse for actually using him for Blaze Slayer, for example. Which, like, doesn't really help either. Honestly, the only thing that like slash pricing Pathfinder is really good for is like Zombie Slayer, and even then it's like only slightly better than like it is for all the other Slayers. It's honestly not that crazy of a buff. Like, yeah, 20% Magifine is nice, but I don't know. It's not that crazy. I honestly think like the extra mining fiesta that Foxy would give was more value, but you know, it is what it is. I feel like Foxy's kind of underrated, honestly. Like, he's pretty good, honestly, because he also gives you like more candy during spooky festivals and stuff like that. And like more candy during spooky festivals is pretty crazy, like for money making. Like if you can ghost grind like even somewhat efficiently during the spooky festivals, you can make so much money. Like literally like 60 million coins per hour if it's like Foxy. The weirdest Skyblock profile I've seen? Oh, I've seen quite a few weird ones. I remember seeing one that was like he had some crazy things. Like he had like dye tarantula boots and like just some weird ass items. And but like he had no meta items. Like it was such a bare bones profile. You love hype? Same. But it was so weird. It was like he had dyed tarantula. He had like an entire dyed set of armor, but it wasn't like tarantula armor. It was like some of it was like crimson, and some of it was like tarantula boots. And then there was also like I think he was using like I don't know if it was a tarantula helmet or something, but like a leather helmet as well. It was so weird. I was like, I remember seeing it. I was just baffled. I like sent it to my friends as well. I was like, what the hell is this guy? What is his profile? Because he had like no way of making money. So it was like, is this guy an IRL trader or something? But the thing is, his Skyblock level was like level 300 or something. And back at the time, you know, it was before like level 400 was the norm. Like he was end game. It was really weird. Damn. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, I imagine skill wipes can lead some pretty interesting profiles. They're really, I'm like surprised there are not like more gimmick profiles, honestly. I feel like Skyblock like really is like one of those games where having a gimmick profile would really like attract a lot of attention. Like having a profile that like just doesn't do something. There's quite a few who like just don't do dungeons. Like also Ironman actually, like some really in-game Ironman players who like just have not touched dungeons, which is kind of impressive. Like even more than I haven't touched dungeons. It's the Axe. I use it for a magic find with my golden dragon pet. I get like an extra 40 something magic find, which is quite nice. Smile. Speedrun cat of 50. Oh wow, yeah. Was it what's it called? The dungeon sweat. I think was he called average sweat or something? Was that the guy? Because I remember he got wiped or something. I don't know if it was just skill wiped or if it was like completely wiped. That's the lecture? Oh, okay. I'm thinking of a different guy then. I remember average sweat, he got like banned for using cheats in dungeons or something. And then he like also speedran back to cat of 50. But he also, I think he also got like just skill wiped or something. I'm not sure. There's been quite a few interesting personalities in the YouTube scene. And cheating, yeah, it's kind of cringe. There's a lot of people who like macro or cheat, and especially in dungeons. I would never cheat. Oh no. Wait, you had a band? Didn't you have like a band account on Hypixel? I mean, I guess it's kind of fair. I used to play with like X-Ray back in like 2016 or something. When I was a kid on like faction servers, I remember running around on faction servers and like X-raying. I was like, oh my god, they can't catch me. I'm so cool. I wasn't really like that, but like I just used it like I was an X-ray addict, and like it started out with me just like wanting Fulbright, and like the only way I could get Fulbright was like through an X-ray mod. So sometimes I would actually use the X-ray, and other times I would just have an X-ray client, but then I'd just only use the Fulbright. Like whenever I was playing just like vanilla, I would still use the X-ray client, but I would just like just only use the Fulbright, which is really funny. He was third in E-Man Kata 0. Yeah, that's crazy. You can get to like #1 E-Man though with Kata 7, or like without doing Kata at all, realistically. Like, your friend? Oh, yeah. I don't know. I really never cheated like against my friends. I only cheated on like servers. Just like losing 100% every game. Okay, that's a little shitty though. I don't know. I was like always soft cheating whenever I cheated. I wasn't like cheating against other players. I remember using it on like Winecraft because there's those loot chests and I like just couldn't be asked to look them up on the wiki. So I would just like run around with like X-ray and then like look for them through the walls. Also, my inventory's like so full right now. I'm gonna fill this chest up a little more. How about that? Uh, take my stuff chest. Like so many hamster wheels as well. Oh my god. 2.5 stacks. Jesus. 23 million E-Man HP. That's crazy. Bruh. Another grizzly? Nah, just a wolf tally. I got another grizzly earlier. I don't know when, but I have only dropped one grizzly today. I dropped like a grizzly yesterday, I think. I dropped quite a few drops yesterday. We've gotten like every single RNG this stream besides the rune. I got that rune yesterday though, so like in the last 2 days I have dropped every single RNG from Wolfslayer, which is kind of funny. It's not that hard to do, but it's still kind of funny. Die. More hamster wheels, I'll always take that. That's like plus 250k whenever you get the 5 times, which is quite nice. Pretty nice amount of money. Smile. I was never like cheated. Whenever I've like cheated, I've either been cheating in like single player or I've been cheating in like multiplayer, but I've like not cheated against others, if that makes sense. Like I've almost always only like cheated to give myself like still an advantage, but like just kind of progress through servers faster. I remember whenever I was like X-rayed, I was using a lot in like faction servers because I was like too lazy to kind of grind out the money. So I would cheat, you know, to get kind of ahead in that game. So I was like I could easily get like spawners and stuff and get like that whole faction part actually set up. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't cheat on single player either. I cheated on like servers that were like single player, if that makes sense, like solo. Like Winecraft, for example. I remember like hard X-raying on there, which is a solo server. So like I wasn't playing against anyone else. I was doing it because, you know, I wanted to get through the game quicker. Still haven't gotten the die from wolves yet. I guess that's true. I have not dropped every single wolf RNG there is to drop. I haven't dropped the phoenix either, which is also something I could technically get from wolves. There's a few things I haven't dropped. You're right. I should just grind more, right? I don't really get like, or at least, yeah, I don't really typically get like satisfaction out of cheating against like other people. Because I feel bad. Like, I feel too bad if I cheat against other people. I'm like fine with cheating against like, not other cheaters either. Like, I like having that moral high ground to not cheat against other cheaters. But I feel fine whenever I'm like, cheating in something that's like solo. Like a solo accomplishment. Like, I'm more likely to do that. Not that I've done it lately. Um, Obviously. I haven't cheated on my storage lock, for example. Because first of all, that would be kind of pointless. The entire reason I started the storage lock was to have something difficult to do. And second of all, I would probably have been gotten caught because I would have had my API on pretty much the entire time I've played into it. And it's pretty easy to check if I cheat on my storage locks, you know? Where it's only friends and I. Yeah, fair enough. I think I did that too, actually, at one point. I had like a microserver in my class, like a class microserver for a while, and I remember I grinded on it so much. I like there was like MMORPG Minecraft thing, the plugin that every faction server used to have, where you can like train acrobatics and like barehanded and like all those things. And I remember I got to like mining level 500 and something because I just mined a whole lot and got like stacks and stacks of diamonds, and I fished a whole lot as well. I just grinded that shit the fuck out of that shit. I don't remember if I X-rayed on that server. I don't think I did actually, but I at least just grinded the hell out of it. I might as well have X-rayed with the amount of mining I did. No, I remember I didn't cheat on it. I was abusing back because like before it's the case from Clips update, before like the height limit got increased. A really good way of getting diamonds was just like swimming around in oceans and then diving into like open ocean ravines. Which is like even to this day still a solid way of getting diamonds in vanilla Minecraft, but not as good as it used to be. Because obviously they lowered the height and all that stuff. But back when I like was playing on that server, it was still like the way to get diamonds. So I remember like just grinding out diamonds that way. It was before netherite as well, so it was pretty like tame in that way. I know like whenever I play like Minecraft nowadays, always what I kind of do is like rush the nether and then I like always try to just bastion jump. Or like get an elytra and then like fly around in the end, or in the nether. In the end or the nether, to either loot bastions or loot end cities. Because like both of those ways of getting diamond tools and enchants is like really broken. And like getting netherite from like treasure bastions is so fast compared to what it used to be. And you kind of have to do it nowadays as well, because of these smithing templates. But yeah. It's a little bit of a shame, like on servers though, that you can't like really rely on structures, at least unless you're not the first one. I can find diamonds easier. That's kind of funny. Critical 7. I remember actually using X-ray on CubeCraft during like an Easter egg hunt event to find the Easter eggs. That was really stupid. I don't know why I did that, but I did. Because I was like, I want to do this. I could have just like Googled a guide. And the thing is, it took forever as well, because it was still hard. Because like even if you could see them through the walls, it was such a big hub that you had to run around in to actually find them that still took me like an hour and a half or something. And it was painful. But I was too stubborn to like look up a guide, so I was just running around with X-ray, looking for those Easter eggs through the walls. And it was like, I don't even know if it really helped me, because a lot of them was just like after a parkour or something. And it's like, if I had just run around normally, I would probably have found them at like maybe a little slower, but it wasn't gonna be that much slower, you know? It was really stupid. Oh yeah, I remember. Hypixel, yeah, Hypixel released SMPs, which was really weird. It kind of reminded me of the time parkour but with X-ray. Yeah, true. It goes hard, trust me. You can't see the blocks at all. Just have to guess where to jump. At least you can see what's through the wall or something. That just makes parkour harder. Nah, no way. X-ray is a cheat, you know. It's supposed to help you. Yeah, the whole like SMP thing kind of reminded me of like back when Hypixel used to be an adventure map server, where you could go on Hypixel and just like play adventure maps. It's kind of like the same vibe because it's kind of like your own server that you kind of start, but then it's also not really. It's kind of weird. I don't really get why they added SMPs because it's like it's really unnecessary because like at the end of the day you still have to pay for a rank, for example, so you can buy a paid server, and even if you didn't have to pay for a rank, which I think you can still get like an SMP without paying for a rank, it's just like reduced performance or something. I'm not sure. Um, I don't actually know how it works. I've never used the system. But even like if it was free, or if it is free, you can still just use Eternos and like play with your friends that way. And it's like the same thing. But on Eternos, you can also choose if you want to play modded or if you want to play like a different version of Minecraft. Like, I don't really get why Hypixel added SMPs. I don't get what the advantage of it is. But I guess they were kind of popular. Eternos is peak, yeah, true. Thank God for Eternos, honestly. There's so many times where you just want to play on like a Minecraft world with like one of your friends for like just a day or just like an evening or something, and then like never go back to it ever again. And like Eternos just fits that bill so perfectly. Because then you don't have to, you know, set up a server somewhere else, and you don't have to. You can just go in, like wait like 10 minutes or something, and then you have a server for free. And then like yeah, the world gets deleted after a couple months. The performance is horrible, but like you're playing survival, you're running around having fun. You know, it's just peak, man. It's just peak Minecraft. Like all of the good houses I've ever built have been on Eternos servers, just because it's like the only thing you can actually do in like that amount of time is like build a little cozy home, like a couple hours, and then like just leave it forgotten. I remember I like built a couple cherry homes that I've been pretty proud of. It's such good times, man. I'm all the way down to 30k XP left. I'm like getting more and more tempted to just like go for this. Cause like, yeah, I've been live for like 3 hours, and yeah, realistically, I probably should go to bed in like an hour, but like, I'm so close at this point. I'm so close, you know? Sure. I'm not sure. I don't know what I want to do. I'm gonna go at least to like 25k. If I feel like too tired, I think I'll just stop there. But if I can like have it in me to finish it, it would be kind of nice to just get it done today. I feel like it would also be more interesting for combat, right? Or like for content, not combat. Oh my god, I'm getting tired. Just like, because then I can actually focus on doing something else next stream. You could like look into getting like an actual Blaze Slayer setup or something. That could be cool. Just feel like people have seen enough Wolf Slayer. It's not like there's very much depth to it. Oh yeah, I'm a base Abbey phone enjoyer. I have not. Actually, wait, Abbey phone X Plus. Is that an upgraded Abbey phone? I thought I had the base Abbey phone. Maybe I don't. I don't actually know how the Abbey phones, like what they go. Is there like a, if I go Abbey phone, is there like a below the Abbey phone Plus? No, it is the base one. Yeah, no, I am a base Abbey phone enjoyer. There's anyone better now. There's no, it is the base one. There's no like not plus version. At least my JI UI doesn't tell me that there's, what the fuck, there's like Abbey phone flips, the hell. But yeah, no, I am. I had like a lot of issues early on that I would like lose my Abby phones because I'd accidentally sell them to NPC, which was a really bad habit. So I kept having to like rebuy my Abby phone. So yeah, I just kept buying the base one just because it's like there's no reason to go above the base one really. So you know, it's nice. Abby phone lore is kind of crazy. It's really funny. It's really funny when they do like whenever the Apple keynote is like there, that they have like the event in like the game, and it's like he reveals a new Abby phone. It's so funny because it's just so ironic. Like, and there's like people who unironically go to that event because it's like they'd rather go to that event than or like watch that event than actually watch the Apple keynote because they care more about the block game than they care about real iPhones. It's really funny too. Yeah, that's true. Like I only really use these three. I use Geology and Great Fort sometimes, but all the others, like I never use them. It's really only like the magic guy, and then there's like Maddox, and then there's like Jax for arrows. That's like it. All the others I like never use. Other than just EXP, yeah, sure. I really haven't gone much into Abiphone EXP either. Like realistically I should have a lot more contacts, but I haven't really gone for contacts at all. Even though I know they're really good like Skyblock EXP. But it's like one of those things like kind of like fairy souls. I do have like pretty much like all the major fairy souls from all the major islands, just because I got them back when they actually gave stats. But it's one of those activities that you just do for Skyblock XP, which is like fine, but I feel like they're just a little boring. I have like 5 year plan on getting more. Yeah, based, based honestly. It is pretty expensive to get more once you gotta start like buying the extensions and stuff. It's still obviously really like price efficient. Also another wolf talisman, nice. I have like 20 wolf talismans. Anyone want to buy like 20 wolf talismans for like 20 mil? I pick titanium drops. You can make a lot of money with the 5x titanium drops thing. If you like actually have a mithril mining setup that's good. I just never bother with it. I don't really have enough powder to like realistically have a good mithril mining setup. Just auction them. I could, but the thing is, if I'd like auction 20 at the same time, some of them are gonna sell for like half price. So what I realistically should do is just upgrade them to like the ring versions and then like list them that way for like 1.5 mil each, and they'll probably sell pretty consistently. But like, I'm lazy, man. I don't want to like go out and buy 20 weak wolf catalysts for like 20k coins each, and then like craft them all up, and then like, man, it's just boring, man. I really should do it though. It's a decent amount of money I can get, honestly. Just from wolf talismans at this point. I've just been too lazy to do it. Yeah, but then I have to do it like multiple days. There's a lot of things I should realistically liquidate. I just been way too lazy to do so. Circling back to me being possessive of my items. Well, that's all of them. That is every single RNG. That isn't like Phoenix, which I'm not even sure you can drop from Slayer bosses. Well, that's something. Just soulbind everything so you don't have to read. Oh, you just soulbind everything so you don't have to liquidate. Yeah, based. The thing is, I'm too scared of soulbinding stuff. I don't have my hype soulbound. I don't have my Dayak soulbound. I don't have my term soulbound. I don't even. Okay, I have my aspect of voice down, but I don't even have my drill soulbound. Like, am I gonna sell any of these 4 items? Probably not. Would the extra museum XP probably like be way more worth it? Yeah. Am I gonna soulbind them? No. I can't justify it. Saying that the most that you put in there is the add and split. I don't even think I have my add and split soulbound. Maybe I do. Oh, I do actually. That's probably the most expensive item I have soulbound too. I don't know, the daggers aren't that expensive though. No. I have the access to shredded, but I guess that's like similarly expensive. I don't have the glacial scythe. I have like a pretty good fishing rod. That's probably pretty expensive too. I'm not sure how much this is worth though. Probably not that crazy amount anymore. I don't know. I don't have anything like good, realistically soulbound either. I have a couple items, like I do have the hex unlocked permanently, so I guess at least I have a little bit of value in there. I don't really know what actually gives my value in my museum. I do not remember. I think I have like something in the special category that's worth quite a bit. Or maybe, I have, right, I have like a superior set in there, for example. That's pretty expensive. And I think I have like my crimson armor in there as well, which is also pretty value. Obviously not right now, but sometimes at least. More hamster wheels, we take that. The whole like museum XP thing, I don't know. I've just been too lazy to really get into. Turn my soulbound manaflux into an overflux by accident? Yeah, I have my overflux soulbound as well. I guess that's probably the most expensive thing I have soulbound then. That's probably something similar, honestly. I think I initially soulbounded my overflux because I like dropped my own overflux core and was like, yeah, I should soulbound this because this is like something I dropped. So it means more to me than it means to sell it. But it's like, it doesn't really matter. Like, I got like 5 Skyblock HP. It's like, I'm really like, I have some items that I've soulbound that like, logically I maybe shouldn't soulbind because like, you know, it's not really worth soulbinding them. But then I have like other items which is like, okay, but you have those soulbound, so why not these? And then it's just like, yeah, well, I mean, it's and it's like, yeah, I have a lot of things I should just soulbind. Also, I did actually pass 25k, so I guess I'm just going all the way to Wolf 9 today. It's fun to do. We do already have like 73k EXP stored, which is pretty nice. I mean, that's like a slight buff in drop chance. Nothing crazy, but it's a little bit extra drop chance, which I guess is nice. I don't know how many like overflux you're like on average supposed to drop going from like Wolf 7 to Wolf 9, but probably around like 2 to 3. There, with their helmets are so bad. Yeah, that makes sense. I have a Necron set as well that I'm really not attached to. It's absolutely horrible. Like my Necron is so bad, at least compared to my Crimson. Like my Crimson is pretty good. All of it is like almost fiery. I have two pieces fiery at least, and like I have a God Roll chestplate, and like everything is like at least burning. But then there's like my Necrons, which is like yeah, there's 2 Master Stars on everything, but it's like it's last stand, it's flawless gems. It like barely has protection 6 and growth 6. Like it's just really mid. And the only reason it even has like any sort of like value on it is because I like wanted to do solo M1s, and like I still really can't do them because like I just don't really do enough damage because of my cattle level. So yeah. Yeah, fair. I don't really know where I have like growth 6 and prot 6 on it. It's really not that like big of a deal. I just do because like it was like cheapish. I think I dropped most of them from like experiments and I've just like added them on because like I've been too lazy to sell them. I don't have like Broad 6 or Growth 6 on any of my like neck or like Crimson armor though. It's also because like Broad 6 and Growth 6 matters a lot more than like dungeon armor just because of how catacomb scaling works. And that actually does in something like crimson armor. Got all those, yeah. Fair. Most like wither armor though comes with like 1 or 2 tier 6 enchants though, which is quite nice. Like you can go on AH and you can get some like pretty decent Necron's boost with like prot 6, growth 6, for pretty cheap, like a lot cheaper than what it would cost to actually get like the tier 6 enchants on their own. Yeah, I have gotten a couple tier 7s. I remember dropping Enderslayer 7. I think that's like been the latest one I've dropped. I dropped like Scavenger 5 at one point, I'm pretty sure too. And then I think I've dropped like either Sharp 7 or like I don't remember. I dropped one more at least that I like was worth quite a lot. I think it might have been Cubism. Yeah, I think it was Cubism 6 or something like that. Oh, Looting 5, yeah. Looting 5 is a really good one to drop. I wish I dropped Looting 5. That shit goes hard, man. I bought Looting 5 for like my day axe, for a couple of reasons. First off, I thought it worked on Slayers. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. But also because I was like ghost grinding a lot and was like using it for ghost grinding, or at least trying to use it for ghost grinding. And for ghost grinding, Looting 5 matters a lot. Nowadays, like 250 million, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's insane. Like just a random enchant you get from like a daily experiment is like worth 15% of net worth. That's just nuts. But like, yeah. But nowadays, like ghost grinding is not worth doing at all because like it's been ruined by bestiary because everyone's kind of doing it and there's so many sorrows like on the market. It's just like not worth it. So yeah, that's kind of shitty. I think I have a bunch of sorrow somewhere. Maybe I don't. I can't remember I have a bunch of sorrow somewhere or if I've just dreamt I've had a bunch of sorrow somewhere. Honestly, it could be both. Maybe I have a bunch of sorrow somewhere, maybe I don't. I don't know. I used to like stock up sorrows for whenever Derpy would come around, because during Derpy, sorrows tended to go up in price. Nowadays they don't, because like Ghost Grinding literally makes more during Derpy nowadays, because like the damage is not a problem. It's just pain. Ghost Giant is just pain. We will never know now. Oh, brought that angle that I was at. I thought those wolf teeps were like another capacitor. I got like really excited for a second. But nope, no such luck. Not expecting to drop any more capacitors. We're not even gonna crack 100k on the meter, so the odds are very low. I haven't gotten super lucky with RNGs lately, so just getting the one overflux was really nice. Smile. Yeah, exactly. Especially from like below, you know, it's just like white and enchanted. It kind of looks the same. So only 20k HP to go. That's like what? There's like 10 bosses and 5, so that's like 40 bosses. That's not many. God damn. This is gonna go by fast. I should probably like make golden teeth out of all the wolf teeth I've gotten from this grind. I probably can make a decent amount of money. Because like wolf teeth themselves are worth quite a lot. But they're worth like more when they're crafting into golden teeth. Especially because like gold itself is like below its NPC sell price, which is really funny. Yeah. The like Slayer tracker from Soupy, like it's nice, but the thing is it only takes into account like the last 5 bosses or something you've done, so it varies a lot. Like in some situations you can like just focus up and then like your Slayer thing can like double, but then like you go back to like doing the Slayer relaxed and then it's like back to like half the rates you had before. And then it's like just varies very much. Like if you ever like take a break to do anything, you can immediately see it on like your Slayer bosses per hour. So even if you don't only have like 2 minutes downtime and like 2 hours of grinding, it's still like for a moment there, it's like almost like you have no bosses per hour. It's really weird. half an hour to Wolf 9, yeah. I mean, if it stays true, but I don't know. It could be. I am kind of tired now, and I can definitely feel myself getting a little complacent, if that makes sense. Yeah, exactly. It just counts everything, which I mean is kind of nice because at least it's kind of realistic in that way, but it varies too much. It really should like take into account like from start to finish, if that makes sense. Like you should be able to start a session and then it should like just count all your bosses from that session and not just like the last 5 or something. Because I feel like it takes into account too many or too few one time. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of a little weird like that. I used to use coal weight a lot when I like obby mined or raids, and it did it a lot better because what it did was it took like the entire session into account, which was really nice. Because then you could see like instead of just a 5-minute snapshot or something, you could actually see how much obby you've like collected and how much you're actually getting per hour, including all those downtimes, including all those like inefficiencies of just being a person. Because like a lot of rates, you calculate off like 15-minute tests, and it's just like, it's not representable because you can be way more focused in 15 minutes than you can be for like 10 hours, in which case, that's kind of what you typically have to grind to actually get anywhere in Skyblock, so yeah. I'm getting 90k HP per hour, yeah. It's kind of the same with like that one gemstone tracker. I remember I got it to show like $2 trillion per hour because I mined one piece of Jasper gemstone and I got a pristine proc, and it was just like 2 trillion coins per hour. And then it was like, bruh, no, that is not true. It was kind of funny. But then I'd like mined another pane and then it went down to like 13 mil an hour and was like, oh, okay, fair enough. But I mean, it's kind of the best thing we have, so I can't really complain if that. I can't really complain. On the other hand, I also know it like counts like failed Slayer bosses. It counts those as well, because I think the only thing it actually tracks is like this message, which you also get for when like you actually lose a boss or something. So yeah. Okay, for 1 hour you get 2 trillion for free. For real. The real reason there's so much inflation in Skyblock is just because people are abusing gemstone rates per hour by just like mining a single piece of jasper and getting a pristine pot and then just AFK for an hour and get like 3 trillion. That's so true. Why haven't the admins patched this? Oh my god. Quick, I gotta make a video on this, it'll go viral. It kind of reminds me of some of those Simply Sark like theoretical videos. I remember I made one that was like theoretically like making 2 trillion coins per hour on a profile, and then it was just like, yeah, log on, collect your cobblestone minion, upgrade it, get a budget hopper, wait 13 million years, come back, claim it, have 2 trillion per hour. It's like, okay, bruh. I guess, yeah, but like, not really realistic. I remember watching a video as well of someone like doing the whole there was like a trick with like you collect minions during Dirt P for EXP and then you can level up like golden dragons, and then they would do it on like 5 accounts at once, just like leveling up 10 golden dragons, and like the combined playtime is like 10 minutes or something, but the profit they made off the golden dragons were like 6 billion coins, and it's like, okay, literally like 800 billion coins per hour. Crazy, oh my god. But in reality, it was like those minions had been down for months, so like it really wasn't that crazy. It's like a billion coin setup, and it was like going for like a half a year or like something like that. It was like, okay, I mean, yeah, that's good money, but like it's a one-time thing, and it's not like you can actually do it before like in 5 months, and then like prices are not guaranteed to be the same and stuff like that. Which is kind of funny. AFK a few months, get probable. Yeah, AFK a few months, log on for 1 million and or for 1 minute and then leave the server and you'll have like so good money power. Like so good money power. Is the server dying right now? I do not feel that, Jimmy. Not for me. Nope. You're currently grinding with your slime minions, yeah. I remember AFK slime minions used to be quite good, but then they like patched it, right? Or something? I don't know. Maybe they didn't. I think they tried to at least. I don't know if it was actually successful or not. There've been a lot of AFK money making methods over time. A lot of them have been quite broken. But they tend to kind of patch them pretty, like, relatively fast. Obviously, we're still talking, like, Skyblock death time, which is, like, crazy slow. But, like, you know, for Skyblock's death time, they tend to be pretty fast at patching AFK methods. You might log on tomorrow. Like 20 mil per minion, that's pretty nice. I have a bad habit of, like, not collecting my minions at all, either. Which is not, like, a terrible idea, because, like, I have decent minions, and it's not like it really matters too much, but, like, it's just kind of, you know, being lazy. But it's nice, you know, it doesn't, you know, feel as good whenever you, like, collect them every day, and then it's like, yeah, but it's like, I got 2 million coins. It's nothing crazy. Like, it's really not that good. But then you log on, like, after a month, and then it's like, oh my god, guys, I just earned 100 million coins. And it's like, yeah, you could have had like half of that money a month earlier, like easily by just collecting your minions, but it's like it just feels better getting those like the big bump in cash like every so often. Even though like realistically it would have been better if you just collected it and then like spent the money on upgrading them. Like overall you would probably have earned more, but it still like feels better. Kind of the same thing I do with like my minions. It's like I leave them alone for like 3 months, and then I like spend half my net worth, and then I like leave them alone for another 3 months. I don't upgrade them at all like over time. Whenever I upgrade minions, I like upgrade them to the max, or like I don't touch them at all. Like I have no middle ground. It's like either or, never like in the middle. Ugh. If we did have like 40k XP power, we would actually have been done by now, because have been live for 3 hours now, but obviously my tracker is not quite correct, so we're more like 30k XP power. Probably a little more. Yeah, a little more than that, but nothing crazy. Probably like 35k. Getting cookie buff for extra P, yeah, true. I almost like it's not always I have cookie buff either, because I like really don't play the game that much anymore. But like whenever I collect my minions, it's also like sometimes I just log on, eat a cookie, collect my minions, leave for a month. It's like, yay, great. I remember when I came back, like after being gone for super long, like the first time, I've been gone for like a year. But I had still like periodically like went in and collected my snow minions. So I had like 100 million coins, which like back when I played was a lot of money. But then I came back and it was like nothing, but it felt like a lot of money. So that was like really happy. Then I swapped them out with like I think I don't even know what I swapped them out with. I think it was red sand minions, honestly. And then it was just like, oh, okay, well these are like 10 times better. Actually, I think I stuck with snow minions for like a long ass time, just because I was too lazy to swap them out. And it was like, oh, but it's still like good mining XP, and I still need mining XP. It's like, I don't anymore. I have like literally 400 mil overflow mining XP or something. I don't actually know. How much overflow do I have? Yeah, literally like 400 million overflow mining XP. But I was like, no, I want to keep my snow minions because I need the mining XP. It's like, I probably should just have swapped them out for slime minions at that point, but, you know, I was stubborn. Which, like, sometimes can be a good thing, because typically, like, cryptocurrency, for example, I never invested in any sort of crypto, which I'm kind of glad, about. Like, obviously, a lot of people have made a lot of money from crypto, but I have also heard a lot more people who got like lost a lot of money in crypto. So I'm kind of glad I kind of stay out of that whole thing. But yeah, what if they add mining 80? I mean, yeah, then maybe I'd like barely get it, but like that would be crazy. They don't even have like fishing 60 yet. I don't really know why they would like all of a sudden just decide to add mining 80. That would be kind of unhinged of them, not gonna lie. It's kind of weird with like the whole like 60 tiers of like skills, because there's been a lot of like a lot of people who've like you know, tried to like figure out what the next skill to get to tier 60 is, and then they like intentionally grind that skill to like level 60 before it even comes out, and it's like, bruh, why? Like a lot of people did that like before the Crimson Isle came out. They like grinded fishing to tier 60, like had enough fishing XP to get it to level 60 at like pre-Crimson Isle rates, which was horrible. Just so like that when, you know, the Crimson Isles came out, they could have fishing 60, and then they just never added it. So it's just like, oh, you just wasted like 20 hours of your time fishing for no reason whatsoever. And they like still haven't added fishing 60, so it's just like, bruh. Little unfortunate. I mean, yeah, that's true. They could give us the levels, but I feel like they want to do something more interesting with fishing 60. Kind of like they did with taming and farming. Not that like taming 60 was like the most exciting thing ever. Honestly, I don't feel like making taming 60 the way it was made was like the greatest idea, but hey, at least it's unique. But you know, I feel like they want to do something unique as well with fishing. 8k EXP to go. That's like 18 bosses. Oh my god. I'm almost done. I can't believe it. I was like at 170k or something before like 4 days ago. This really hasn't taken very long. I knew it wouldn't take very long, but yeah. I've just been putting it off for so long. It's really nice being so close to being done though. I can feel myself like getting to like the point of being done. It's so nice. True, they could honestly what they could have done is they could have like tried to relate Trophy Hunter to like fishing levels. Instead of just making the trophy fish give EXP, they could have made, you know, made it the way to get fishing 60. I feel like that could have probably been a better idea. The trophy hunter system is honestly kind of interesting because what it does, it really like kind of brings it back to just being like fishing back to being actual fishing instead of just being like fishing with in between combat breaks. But they also kind of haven't done too much with it in a way. Like, yeah, there's a lot of different trophy fish, and yeah, you get a bunch of Skyblock XP from it, and yeah, you like unlock a couple sea creatures. But they could have done more with it, honestly. Like, I feel like I, you know, the lava fishing update was pretty good, but it was still like just more of the same. But you know, there's no issue with that in, you know, concept. But especially with the trophy fishing system, I feel like they could have done more with it. It's just a little bare bones, you know. Like the rewards are okay, like getting Diamond Hunter armor is like whatever, but at least like there's a talisman that gives magic find, which is something. But yeah, I don't know. It's just a little eh. Especially for the amount of time you have to put into it. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought initially would be like the best way to do it, but I feel like at this point it would be too much to add to it. I feel like they're kind of happy with where Trophy Hunter is. Which is not like I don't like agree with that per se. Like, I feel like it's in an okay spot right now, especially after they, buffed slugfish rate with the slug pet and, have done a lot of quality of life changes just with making some of the fish a little bit more realistic to get. But on the other hand, I also just feel like they could have done a little more. Making the cap 40, but I feel like making like lowering a fishing like a level cap is bad. But they could have made something like give, every tier like 2 levels or something, I don't know. Please lower goldfish. Yeah, goldfish pity should be lowered probably. That's right. Goldfish is still a little messed up. Wait, what the fuck? We just dropped a legendary hound. Wait, what the fuck? That's like really rare. And it's 4 million. Oh my god. Wait, what? That's like really, really rare. Okay. That's interesting. That's like way rarer than an overflux. Like way rarer than an overflux. Let me look at this really quick. Yeah, look at that. Add that to the wolf RNGs, yeah. Now we're literally just missing the Celestii. Only Celestii left, yeah. I mean, we're guaranteed to drop it now, right? It's quite a lot higher on the old bulls, but still, that's like 1 in what, a million? Not a million, but like 100,000? Oh my god. Okay, I mean, I'll take that. Like, it's not the rarest pet in the world, because that normal hound is not that rare, but like, wow, okay. I think that's the rarest pet I've dropped ever. That's kind of exciting. But yeah, now we're literally just missing Celeste. And Phoenix pet, obviously, but obviously we'll get both in like the next 2 kills or something. Yeah, 1 in 100k, yeah, base. Obviously, then it gets buffed by Magic Find and Petlock, but that's still like at least a 1 in like 30,000. Which is quite rare. Obviously, I have killed like over 30,000 wolves, so odds are in my favor in that way, but still, that's really rare. It's like rarer than a legendary Enderman, isn't it? I feel like it is. How rare is Enderman? Like legendary Enderman from Endermans? Endermans? Enderwomen? Okay, I mean it's slightly more common, but it's like the same tier, almost. It is slightly more common, but not by much. It's really crazy how like it goes from 1 in 10,000 for the epic Enderman, and then it's like 1 in 166,000, which is just nuts. Like, oh my god, why? Why did you do this? Who decided this was a good idea? I mean, it's technically rarer from normal bulls, so I guess that makes sense. I guess it's pretty similar, yeah. Should be about the same. Only 5.8k to go now. Now it's 5.3k. Nice. That's it. 11 more bosses. Let's count them down. Count them down until we get the Celestii. Let's pretend you got it from normal bulls. I think I did. You might be able to look at it on the stream, like when I got it. I think I was running around here though. There's no like old bulls in this area, so I think I got it from normal bulls. Maybe I noticed a little late. I don't remember. You can go back and check. I should have flipped it, honestly. I don't know why I didn't. I should have included it in my like Slayer video, because I want to make a Slayer video on like Wolf Slayer and like all those Slayers, the basic Slayers like Wolf and Spider and Zombie Slayer. On the stairs, yeah, that's only normal wolves there. Like if it's over here, it's only normal wolves. Right here, that's only normal wolves, so it was actually rarer than legendary event. God damn, that's like a 1 in 100,000. That's crazy. That's actually kind of insane. It's only 5 million coins, but hey, I'll take it. Also, I don't think I even have a legendary hound yet, because I haven't like bought, Yeah, I don't. I don't have like an epic. Nice. That's another pet, actually. That's a unique pet. That's gonna be some increased pet score. I guess not. Did I already have one? Where is it? Oh, right. Sorting by pet XP. No, I didn't. What? Okay, I'm getting scammed. Pain. My free Skyblock XP free. I might have a pet and cat or something, probably. That's probably why. Maybe I had like, I borrowed a pet or something. I don't know. Maybe I had a pet I sold. There could be a lot of reasons why my pet score didn't update. Maybe there's actually not a difference between Epic and Legendary Hound and the game is scamming me. That could also be it. 8 more bosses to go now. I'm getting quite tired now. I'm definitely gonna have to end the stream pretty much as soon as I get this level. But I'm glad I got it done though. Always nice. My Slayers are gonna be a lot more clean looking now after I get this done. Gonna be 99995 or something. Which I mean is not like the crazy Slayer ever. A lot of people do have all 9s, but it's gonna be a pretty nice achievement, I feel like. Obviously getting Wolf 9 is not like as impressive as getting E-Man 9, but having both, that's pretty nice. I don't think there's that many people who have gone for Wolf 9 either. Like, there's definitely a few. Just because it's not that hard to get, but I don't know. I don't actually know if there's like more who've gone for E-Man 9. Maybe not. I don't know. I feel like that might be, honestly. Just because even 9 is like a lot more important than Wolf 9 is. You think so? Yeah, maybe. The perks you get from E-Man 9 is a lot more important than the perk you get from Wolf 9. Isn't it like you lose less coins on death or something, which is like so pointless? Yeah, and E-Man is kind of more fun, yeah. That's true. A lot of people get quite frustrated with Wolf Slayer as well when they're doing it in like the Howling Caves, myself included. Why I don't do it. Only 5 left to go. God damn, we're getting there. 5 Wolf Slayer bosses left until we drop the Celestii. Let's go. Die, Mr. Wolf, Mr. Sven Packmaster. Die. Hamster wheel. Yeah, it is kind of boring. Nice, I'm gonna be over soon. 4 left to go. Like, it's relaxing, it's pretty calm, and it's okay on stream, but yeah. I do feel myself getting a little bored of it. This is also why I swapped over to doing Diana yesterday, because I was getting a little bored of it. Gonna be 3 left after this one. 3 left to go. Countdown has begun. We're gonna be like just shy of 100k on the RNG meter, which is gonna be a little tragic, but no reason to go further afterwards anyway. So they'll probably just like sit in there. There's 100k EXP almost. It's not even nearly like close enough to like justify going for a capacitor or anything either. Like I still in my Enderman RNG meter still have like that half full almost as well. So it's probably worth going for like a corp with that, but yeah. Celestine 1 minute, yeah. Count it down, boys. Celestine in 1 minute. Also, what is that rate? I definitely have not been killing at that rate. Oh my god. 107 kills per hour. Jesus Christ. That's like macro level rates. 2 left after this one. Two left to go. So close. So close to like plus 10 bill net worth. Because like the Celestai is like guaranteed, obviously. Oh, one more. After this one. Is this pre-recorded? Yes, it is. It's scripted as well. We're actually gonna drop the Celestai on like the final wolf we kill just before spawning the boss. I'm gonna like will it into existence at this point. You talk so much about it, it's just like, it's not even gonna be surprising when I drop it. It's like, yeah, that's expected. Oh. 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 Okay, well, we didn't drop it. Never mind. It's gonna be from an accidental mid-boss, true. Oh. Any kills? Any? Oh my god, accidentally. Oh, any? Oh, okay, well. We didn't get it, but look at that. Wolf Slayer level 9. Not bad. We don't even get a perk? Oh man. I swear you used to get a perk from that. That's sad. Let's try up Maddox. No Celestai Sag. I feel scammed. Look at my percentage. Oh my god, it's like the same. The people who've gotten like Wolf 9 compared to the people who've gotten like Void Gloom 9 is like the exact same. Slightly more people have gotten like Void Gloom 9. That is really close though. Like holy shit. It's like the exact same. Wow, I did not expect it to be that close actually. Have to collect it, yeah. I know. Boss leveling rewards. There it is. Oh, it was also at 8 you got the lose less coins on death perk. Fair enough. Look at the plasma flux recipes. Yeah. Anyway, here it is. Plus 150 Skyblock XP. Skyblock level 1 free 11. And plus 5 health. Not bad. Not bad at all. GG. We did it. Let's go. And with that, I think I'm gonna end the stream here. It was fun though. We got a lot done. I grinded like 100 and something K Wolf XP. Not bad at all. I now have all the Slayers, and now I can like go on another yapping. So look out for that. Look out for my next Slayer video, which is definitely gonna be on the Slayers. Yeah, bruh. But I got 150 million combat XP. I just noticed. Nice. Or like overflow on hotbar. But yeah. GG and bye bye. Have a good night. Sleep good. Whatever. Wherever you are. Or good day if you're American.